I thought Jello ball was mad old.
Like 30. Maybe between the ages of 30 and 32.
Jello ball?
You said Jello or John. He said John Wall.
I said Jello.
This nigga just said John
No,
Wall.
he did. He said Jello, nigga. That's what I said.
Yo,
30.
you can run this back at the end and you can see he said John Wall.
Nigga, how you gonna tell me? He the one who said it. And when you said John 30, 32, that's why I said Jello, because he clearly said Jello, nigga.
So, run the tape back.
Gotta go get you a hearing aid.
Run that tape back.
John, how much you want to bet on that?
He want to run it to bet. Go ahead.
Just run it back. What's that?
Nah, bet $1. We always do a gentleman's bet. Bet $1, John.
I'll match Kev dollar with 20. Nigga.
What kind of shit is that?
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
Yeah, I'm in go mode. Go. Yeah, I'm in go.
What's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of the OSA Out of Shape Allstars episode. Somebody come in and give me the answer because I can't remember. Episode 17.
17.
Episode
Overall
17.
67.
Season 2, 17. Overall 67. Now today we are short of cast members as of right now. It's the three amigos, Kev, myself, and Johnny Five. We're hoping to have Eddie here later on. DQ is stuck picking cotton, and Drew is stuck picking cotton, and DQ is still under the weather. Hopefully we have him back soon. So DQ, feel better, Drew, whatever. Again, this episode is brought to you by Don's LLC. Show him again, Kev. Show him that Don's. Show him that Don's, Kev. Show him the Don's again, Kev. Show him you got the hat, got the tee.
I didn't wear my hat. I didn't wear my hat today, but I got my OSA shirt on.
OSA rapping. Brought to you by Coach Capsule. Sponsored by Don's LLC. It's three amigos right now. We're gonna hold it down until Ed come in. Hopefully, we get him in here. But right now, we just gonna get into it. Y'all ready to get into it, fellas?
Let's get it.
Let's kick it off. Let's kick it off in the open run with the Olympics. Let's start there. When you see this episode or hear this episode, the Olympics has already passed, ended this Sunday. So good Olympics showing. Again, this is the first time I actually watched more than basketball.
And it was lit.
And it was actually entertaining. Like I know there was not much other sports going on. Yes, we got baseball, but the Olympics gave me a variety of entertainment, new events on. You got the 3-on-3 was there. You got the skating was there. A bunch of new stuff.
What you liked a lot? You said you liked the handball a lot?
The handball was fire. So no, that was probably my favorite thing. But fellas, what was you guys' favorite sport or event from this year's 2020 Tokyo Olympics?
Well, I know I'm basic. It's the basketball, basketball first.
And they said we couldn't do it. Team USA, both of them.
I didn't think
even I was funny
that they lost that first game.
Again, when they lost, I'm like, the way Rudy Gobert was playing, Rudy Gobert still did his thing.
Yeah, he did.
In the championship game, I'm like, it's gonna be hard to beat that. But they were able to get him on that line, get him in foul trouble, and Team USA, led by KD, got his third gold medal. Him and Draymond talking they shit, talking about Kendrick Perkins, because Kendrick Perkins was the biggest component, talking about they ain't gonna do it, they ain't built for it, so they got on his ass, But
yeah, what KD said, this skill is unmatched.
Unmatched. And again, the whole thing was America, the world is catching up with us. That's what they've been saying. But other than France, USA was kicking everybody's ass, and it wasn't close. Like,
nah, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the scene in like Avengers or whatever when they trying to like tell like Tony, no, it's an Iron Man. They trying to tell Tony like, yo, other countries like got your technology, bro.
Right.
And they just showing like the other countries like and they robots failing and
versions,
blowing up.
right? They
No,
versions
that was
of
Tony
it.
that showed it because they didn't have the
Yeah.
view. It
It's
just showed
like-
the certain areas, and then
Right.
It's like
he hacked it real quick and showed it.
it's
But
like, yo, y'all like really like 10, maybe 15 years behind.
Right.
Just because y'all got more All-Stars coming to the league, like it's not enough. Like
And that's how they
we
look at it.
exposing people still.
Nah, that
They
one
look
was
at it
funny,
like,
but
you know,
I think
we got the MVPs that were all Euro players, international players. And again, a lot of the bigger stars you got with Luka, with Giannis, with the Joker, a lot of international players becoming prominent names in the NBA. So they deem that as them catching up. But the overall is
All I
still
say is
the Americans.
KD, talk your shit, dog.
And
yeah,
KD was
KD basically
busting.
that's what he basically said. What Tony said that the rest of the world is 10 years from being 10 years away from being competition. And he was really talking his shit.
Not because KD was killing. Like,
you know what's funny? And guess who was next to him while he was talking that shit?
Draymond.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know Draymond was amping him, like.
You know Draymond a big shit talking shit. Even though Draymond don't
Draymond
do shit.
instigator for real.
No, but Draymond like don't do shit. He just one of the homies and shit that just be sitting there instigating. Like, but he ain't doing a damn thing. He just sitting there talking shit. Yeah, bro. Tell him. And
another thing to that, and Ed's not here to pull the statistics, but if y'all didn't know, listening, and if y'all don't know, yo, Draymond really only missed one bucket, bro, in the entire Olympics. Like in all the games, he only
probably
missed.
Shot like 10 shots.
Nah, he shot like 15
boys.
or something like that, but only. Yo, he only missed one.
15 shots in 8 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 15 shots, 8 games.
Bro, I'm telling you though, but yo, Ed, pull it up, man.
Yo, I'm telling you. 15 shots, 8 games.
And the crazy shit was,
the only 4 for 5 and shit.
Yo, the crazy shit was the only shot that he missed, bro. Nah, he was definitely 1 for like 20 or something like that. The only shot that he missed was he was under the rim, bro, trying to like get a putback and it got blocked. And he tried to go up again. That was the only bucket he get.
And international ball, you can touch the ball in a hoop and shit. You can scoop that shit out. Which is
basically goaltending is basically
right. It's goaltending, but it's
that was clutch. And when they got hit to it, when they got hit to it,
Draymond, like exactly like you said. At first they weren't doing it, but once Draymond caught on it, his ass kept scooping the ball out. Yeah,
there was once or twice where I seen a ball like get slapped off the glass, like something crazy. It's like, that makes it more fun.
All that shit in the NBA, it'd be a call. They was like, nope, scoop that shit out. That shit about the, you know how you touch the backboard and shit. They like, nah, put that shit on there. Like, all that touching the backboard, it ain't goaltending. Nah, they weren't doing none of that.
But no lie, not to stay just like singular on that. To me, something that always amazes me, like I'm a big like advocate for the Summer Olympics, watching like the swimming. Yeah. Katie Ledecky swimming, and most of us watched it. Katie Ledecky swimming that 1500 meter. I'm like, damn, like I don't know how she's doing that.
John was talking about that shit. I was like, bro, I wouldn't even make it from one end to the other. Yo, like, looking at how big those fucking pools are, bro. I've been there.
I think it was John. One of y'all was
treading in the middle, like.
One of y'all was like, yo, I be floating because I be dead.
That's me. That was me.
I be floating because I be dead. Yo, like
I could probably do one lap. It would be the slowest lap ever, and that's it. I ain't going back. Getting out the pool once I make it to
shout out to that though, for sure, man. All
also, around. USA Women's.
Yeah, USA Women's
cooking like it is like when you talk about
not even cooking,
close,
dominating.
No, that's what I say. When they talk about the world catching up, when it comes to the women's, I don't see it at all. These niggas is light years ahead of the rest of their competition because they out there. Brittany Griner and Asia Wilson and Diana Taurasi. Diana laughing, playing. Y'all, I'm gonna post a picture here with playing against the Japanese girl. She's smiling. ball in the air. Like you do that to little bro. Like why she little bro in
Right.
Japanese?
You might as well put her hand on
Right,
her
exactly. So put her hand so she could do this like the fake punch shit. But Olympics was definitely entertaining, man. In regards to the goals, now we didn't win as many medals as we did in 2016. We had altogether medals. We had
61, right?
121.
Oh yeah, 61 gold.
61 gold. This time we only had altogether total. We had 113 and 39 gold. So big drop in medals, but we were still ahead of everybody. So it wasn't even close in regards to medals with the rest of the countries. Japan was second, but we was like 20, 30 medals ahead and stuff. So good Olympics, man. Next one is Paris. Kev gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm trying to go, man, for sure.
2024. Gonna be in Paris. John, you all right? You got the hiccups?
Yeah, shit fucking me up right now. Bad.
So get a spoon of sugar. And
that's all I need, right?
Right.
More sugar.
Spoon of sugar, you be all right. All right, moving on in open run. Where y'all trying to go?
MLB, NFL, NBA. Pick one.
Go
Pick
NBA. One. Let's finish with NFL.
All right, so NBA, going NBA. It's a lot going on right now. So as of today, John just posted in our IG group, Dennis Schroeder just signed a 1-year deal with the Celtics for $5.9 million, which is like, when you talk about fumbling the bag, you need to put Dennis Schroeder picture there because he could have got the bag from LA.
You know what's crazy? If he would have took that extension, he probably just got traded and he still would have had the money.
But he was right. He would still had his bread. Whether they cap him long term or not, he would still been, he would still got his bread. I don't know what he's trying to do now. Where he gonna go to Boston and prove himself and hopefully from there get a big deal. But with Tatum and Jalen over there, I don't know if is Schroeder the piece missing. Like, can he be more than what Kemba was, John? What you think?
I don't think he could be more, but he probably be a little more healthy. But I think he'll be more understanding of his role.
Can you hear me?
Because coming into the Celtics,
Jesus Christ.
Coming into the Celtics,
he won't be the star. He knows.
Yeah,
at least he knows
saying,
that.
like obviously Tatum and Brown's what they was building to, but Kemba put in enough work where he could put a claim into being like the star of the team.
Right.
What? Have we started this episode?
Oh yeah, episode has started.
So cool. Oh hey. Well, I thought we were just talking shit.
You just missed the talk. You heard just missed the talk on the Olympics. That's about it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't care about that anyway. I'm glad it's over. Thank God.
Here we're at NBA right now, but yeah,
cool.
That's the difference. I'll say is Schroeder coming in there, he'll know his role more, better off. He'll be more of like, this is what your role is to the team. He's not a playmaking point guard, which I feel like they need.
Right.
But it should work.
I mean, the only thing is, he is not to say that, because again, like you said, with Kemba being there, Kemba is a mid-level star player. So it became, once Kemba came, it became Jason Tatum and then Kemba and then Jalen after that. So, and even though Jalen has been there putting in his work where he should be the two behind Tatum, so that confliction or that that conflict
that could create a misunderstanding.
That creates a misunderstanding of who the ball going to after Jason Tatum because it is his team or whatever. But so getting rid of Kemba, we now know that Tatum and Jalen is the 1 and 2. And Schroeder, I don't think will come in and try to challenge any of those positions in regards to who's the guys here. He'll just come in and probably just be a glue guy and be a part of the team and hopefully be a facilitating guard that could assist. But they still small. They still need to work on getting bigger to me and work on their bench.
I think they have Al Horford now. He's old, but
Oh, right, yeah, but right. They do got Al Horford, but he's again kind of old. He dealt with a lot of injuries last season. You know, the whole
well,
Sixers
he played for the
situation.
Thunder. And Thunder sucks.
Yeah,
so-
right. The Sixers Thunder situation. And he really didn't want to play in OKC anyway. So it was one of those situations where I think he was faking injury, so he don't have to play. So hopefully with Al Horford that turns into something, but we will see. Nobody really cares about Boston anyway. It's Boston.
Boston sucks.
Also in the NBA, there is investigations going on in regards to the Chicago Bulls and the Miami Heat sign and trade with Lonzo Ball and Kyle Lowry, making sure there was no tampering, making sure there was no bullshit, undercover shit happening, underlying shit happening with these trades. But I heard on ESPN they were talking about this stuff was talked about way before it even happened. So it's like these investigations, I guess, it's kind of like protocol with these situations. So it's not really like somebody snitched and said, I got a dime on these teams. That this is the NBA protocol with these type of trades. So a lot of people like, oh shit, they trying to fuck up people's shit. Like, damn, LeBron don't want nobody to get better. I'm just all on Twitter and shit. Like, LeBron made the call and shit, just like he was snitching on niggas in the bubble. But allegedly, this is NBA protocol with signing trade and shit. So no need to fuss, no need to cry, Drew. Your boy Bron is good. He over there, he chilling. He got his team. I don't know if we covered it in the last episode, but Carmelo Anthony is with the Lakers.
Russ got introduced today.
Russ got introduced. DeMar DeRozan from Chicago.
I might have to root for the Lakers, man. I might have to root for LeBron. This sucks.
Why is that? Because Melo?
I want Melo to win a ring, man. That should be good for Melo. You know, he deserves it. We did him dirty in New York. You know what I mean?
It just I want to see Melo win, but I just feel dirty. Melo.
Yeah, I hate it.
Okay.
I mean,
dirty.
he's well within his rights to go ring chasing now. You know what I mean?
I'm for the ring chase. With certain people, Melo, D Rose, like I want them to CP3. I want them to ring chase. I like that.
Same.
But LeBron, like the history of LeBron and Melo, you know, like the two dogs when they came in, competing on high school level and then competing early in a pro level is like these are the two guys neck and neck. So it's like to see Melo now as a role player on LeBron's team, it gives me a yucky feeling. But I want to see Melo do his thing and shit. You know, he in LA, you know, we got Russ over there now. Let's just see what they do. They the oldest team in the NBA currently with Trevor Ariza.
Gonna be wild.
Right, they got
they don't play no games.
Dwight Howard, Bazemore, fucking Wayne Ellington. All these young players, I mean, all these old niggas on their team. So we'll see what they do.
But
yo, in case y'all ain't know, we got a reminder in that gold medal match that Frank Ntilikina is trash.
Oh, that yeah, true.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
He made one shot.
But speaking of New York landed Kemba.
Kemba, that's right. Kemba's coming back home. If he can stay healthy, that could be a good addition. But if he gets hurt and doesn't has a couple good games for us and gets hurt, that's on us for signing him.
That's a
friendly deal. 1 year, $8 million.
No, yeah, of course. Again, there's not. I mean, high risk. High risk, high reward. Really?
No. Yeah, no. It's really
high risk, high reward.
It's low risk, high reward. High pay and high.
Low
risk, high reward.
Right.
Right. The ceiling is high because again, if New York gets a healthy Kemba,
yeah, he gonna ball out.
Being back home
that might be what we need.
Could being back home be a distraction? You know, he'd be in the BX and shit over here chilling.
Nah, he'd be all right. He'll be all right.
Nah, he don't need to go to the X and be chilling.
He'll be all right. He does what everybody in the X does. They find a nice house in Westchester or New Jersey.
That's what I'm saying. Now,
he's chilling.
You're gonna see Kemba Walker in White Plains soon.
Yeah,
probably.
Probably gonna be at that, good old Ritz. How all the other Knicks players was there when we was over there.
Well, now it's called Opus.
It's called
Oh,
Open.
it's not the Ritz no more.
Nah.
So
Nah.
what is going on over there?
I ain't been over there in a while. So
Yeah, I've been there so long. I'm about to
I
It's
just
so
drove by
cool.
there and I didn't even notice.
just go to White Plains and just walk around, just see how shit is different.
Hey, can I tell you
get
something?
arrested.
Can I tell you something? It's
What?
still shit. It's still shit.
Bro,
It's still shit. It hasn't
all right,
changed.
I'm just saying from the last time I seen it.
All you gonna
Hey,
see?
hey, John,
is
guess
a
what?
bunch of-
Yeah, guess what? It probably got worse.
You're gonna see a bunch of for rent signs on the Merritt Avenue for all the businesses
And
shit.
everything's covered in wood.
right, and
Boarded
everything
up.
covered in wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, it's bad like that out
And
there.
the construction,
Nah.
you gonna
Yeah.
see. No,
It's
you gonna
not
see the
that bad.
construction.
Nah, John,
all
the
that shit
places that were trash are closed. They were trash to begin with. They were going to close anyway. The only reason why they didn't close was, volume, and COVID killed volume. So the places that, deserve to be around, they're still around. The places that didn't deserve to be around, they're boarded up, they're closed.
Word, like 7-Eleven been closed for like 3 years, John.
Yeah, but
What's
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven?
Yeah, 7-Eleven
The
was closed when I was
7-Eleven.
out
The one
there.
on Martine. The one on
Yeah.
I want
Martine.
the one that was in walking distance. The one right
Oh,
there.
Spot,
The 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and the other 7-Eleven too on Central, that closed too. That turned into a vitamin shop.
Yeah, nobody
what
cares about that one.
Yeah, a vitamin shop.
Yo, what they doing to White Plains? Like,
John,
they
like
fucking the
vitamins,
whole
health?
city.
Healthiness, vitamin C.
Where are the Slurpees?
right.
There's vitamin C and
Right.
Slurpees.
Exactly.
Yo, they fucking the whole shit up. What the fuck happened?
But yeah, it's Kemba the piece for the Knicks. Can Kemba push Knicks past where they were last season, 4 or 5?
Fourth seed. I think we were right where we look. The Knicks weren't even supposed to be the fourth seed this past year. So
What's the Knicks the
You know,
fourth seed?
honestly-
There was the 5 seed, wasn't there?
I thought they were the fourth.
No, there was the 4 seed. Atlanta was the 5. It
Yeah.
was 4.
Right.
They,
So
they played the
so
first
what-
2 games
right,
at the
so
Garden.
So what
Yeah.
Ed said, they overachieved. So now they'll be solidified in that spot.
I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
the East is much
That's what I'm
looking
saying.
more
I think
tougher
they'll be right where they were. So fifth or
Right.
fourth seed.
I'm not gonna lie. The East is looking much tougher than.
No, it definitely is. Yo, cause
long
look,
time.
Miami looks crazy. Chicago looks crazy.
Yeah.
Milwaukee is Milwaukee. Nets is the Nets. Sixers is the Sixers. Boston is Boston. Charlotte, Jello,
What's crazy
Mello.
part? You didn't all those teams. You didn't even mention Ice Tray and the Hawks.
Oh, right. And I sure, yo, that's 8 teams that I named, and I didn't name the Knicks.
But I know you're a fan of Melo, but he's gonna have a little tougher compared to these other teams.
Of course, but I'm just saying, like, the way the East is set up, you got the play-in, all that, like, the play-in gonna be fire next season. The play-in is gonna be fire because all those teams, I feel like there's only 8 spots. All those teams from 6 down, they all gonna be on the brinks and they all gonna be close. And so that's gonna make for like great play-in games. But yeah, also KD, 4-year extension,
He signed that extension. He
198,
ain't going nowhere.
and Luka, big buddy.
Man, Luka got bagged.
looted.
Yeah, he got two extra more mil than Ice Tray. Ice Tray got 205 and Luka got 207, right?
Yeah, 207.
Yeah, Luka got 207. I'm saying how much Ice Tray got? 205. He got 2 something also. He signed a $200 million extension also. Randall also signed an extension too. I feel like he gave the Knicks a friendly hometown discount.
That was awfully nice of him.
I think he definitely could have got way more than he signed for.
But speaking of discounts, Luka just signed his big deal. But does that really help the Mavericks in regards to bringing pieces in? They, the unicorn ain't the piece that it seems to be. So what does it? Because again, it seems Luka wants to win. To me, Luka is a player who wants not really don't. Yeah, he gonna get the bag, but he want to be competitive. And so if you give Luka all this money, how do you make space for somebody to come in?
I look at it this way. It helps because you lock him down. Now you lock him down and you just work on everything else. If you
You would hope that another star player would take a discount to go play. Not like a crazy discount, but
no, I'm just saying, like, if you don't get that certainty, like, oh, he's gonna be here for a few years, then you got to move a little. It fucks up how you're gonna move and make moves. But now that you know he's gonna be here for the next couple of years, you have these years to make it right before the contract runs out. And it's like, I gave you these years, y'all didn't do shit. I'm out.
Right.
You know.
But the only thing with today's NBA, do you even lock somebody in? Like, can you really lock niggas in? Because niggas be the way players be moving now. They ask, he'll get 2 years in his deal and be like, nah, I want to go. Like, enforce.
But it also depends on the situation. Luka's been in the league 3 years.
Yeah.
He's only been in the league 3 years, so he's much younger. It's more like the players that's like in year 7, year 8, and then he signed these extensions and knowing that, damn, at the end of this extension, I'm going to be double digits in my NBA career. And this team's not going nowhere. They not trying. I'm going to leave. So I feel like it's a mixture of both.
And Trae Young has...
Get younger players that want to leave also, but I think Luka finishes his contract out with Dallas, and if Dallas by the end of this contract doesn't appease him or make him think, I could see Luka leaving.
Right. Trae Young has a $172 million deal for 5 years with a 30% escalator clause that can be worth up to $207 million.
Who's that? Luka?
Trae. So
Trae.
Deal, his base is 172 for 5 years, but it has a 30% clause that can shoot it up to 207 by the end of his 5.
That's old.
Yeah, talking about extensions, Curry's the first player to get two $200 million contracts in the NBA career.
Yeah, because why wouldn't he? Fucking Steph Curry.
Yeah, I mean, did he not? Yeah, does he not
automatic
deserve that?
No, I'm just saying, like, we talking about extensions. We didn't even talk about how he achieved to be the first NBA player to sign 2 $200 million deals.
Yeah, because Curry that nigga, man. Like,
of course he is. He deserves every dime. They should have given him 300 and just fuck it.
They need to lock up Curry for the rest of his career. Like, Golden State.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
But also NBA, I saw Sports and ESPN. They were talking about who's under more pressure with all the moves happening. Brooklyn was, injured last season, but we saw what KD was able to do under the circumstances of Kyrie being injured and Harden
being
injured.
Harden.
Yeah, Harden being Harden on top of being injured. I'm gonna give him injured because they were trying. He was dealing with the hamstring and
never
stuff.
forget when Harden wore a fat suit to get out of from the
Yeah, facts.
Or he legit wore a fat suit.
And they were saying that, like, if Kyrie, at least if Kyrie was there, fuck Harden, that they would have beat Milwaukee. And Phoenix would have had no chance because even with just KD, Milwaukee just skimmed and beat the Kevin Durant's, the Brooklyn Kevin Durant's. So now that the Brody is in LA, who is under more pressure to win this year? Is it the Lakers and the Brody, or is it Kevin Durant and Brooklyn?
Are we choosing between the two, or we naming which team has the most pressure?
Which one
Lakers.
is under more? Which one is under more pressure coming into this season?
Lakers.
Yeah, I agree with Kev. I think it's the Lakers. I mean, you don't make all of the moves that they made, and LeBron being LeBron, getting his guys, guys he wants to play with. Like, obviously, their bench is something to be worrisome about, like all LeBron teams mostly, that it'll be shaky. But it's like, I think that people heard Russell Westbrook going to LA, they're automatically giving the Lakers a championship again with a healthy AD, with a healthy LeBron. With Melo getting his buckets and Russ. I mean, I think Brooklyn actually could take a step back now because I think, does LA become the most hated now? But besides, like, LeBron being on any team, like if you're not a LeBron stan, you're not a LeBron fan. It's always fuck LeBron no matter where he goes. And that heat kind of turned to Brooklyn when they ended up getting James Harden. Like the Kyrie thing, KD and Kyrie was not that big of a deal. But then obviously the Harden thing, then everybody was like, man, see, this is why I don't watch basketball. This is why I don't care. This is why, like, these super teams is whack. I think now maybe Brooklyn could kind of take a step back and be like, yo, we fucked up.
No,
we lost.
I understand what you're saying. I see the pressure on both sides, but the difference in between both teams are super teams. But I feel like Russ goes underappreciated a lot. So a lot of people compared to Harden going and joining Kyrie and KD gets all this blowback. A lot of people don't really care that Russ went to the Lakers because of the fact that he's underappreciated as a player. And his talent is so underappreciated. They're like, he's on the Lakers. Yeah. Who cares? He's not gonna win anything. KD ain't win with him. Bron gonna win with him. That's how some people look at it. So that's why I say I don't think the Heat will be as much for the Lakers. For the Nets,
that's a good point.
They're both super teams.
I think it's LA because it's LA.
Oh yeah, that plays role too.
So
LA.
It's showtime. It's LA Lakers, and again, based on this playoffs, I think KD, as long as KD play his game, they will always give, especially with what KD's been doing from how he ended the season, NBA playoffs, and to winning his gold medal. KD has been cooking. KD has been playing great basketball since he's come home. Since he's come back from injury. KD has been consistent and been busting ass. So KD, what he has in his favor is the unstable Kyrie, and then the choking James Harden, playoff Harden. So as long as KD plays his game, KD gonna get the benefit of the doubt. It's gonna be like, yo, them other niggas, Kyrie, where everybody said Kyrie's the problem.
They could blame game a lot.
It's Kyrie, and then with James Harden, well, we know how James Harden is in the playoffs. Blah blah blah. This, and then they small. Look at their team. They still little. With Russ now, there's no exceptions.
There's really no excuse.
There's no excuses. Ain't no exceptions because you have LeBron James. You're gonna allegedly have a healthy AD, and we'll see. Brody don't have no injuries, and regardless of he does go unnoticed. But when you look at them stats, Brody is always there. So you got the Brody doing what he's done everywhere, from OKC to Houston to fucking Washington, putting up his numbers. LeBron James, you bring it back. Dwight Howard, champion. You got Melo, who's openly come out and said, "Look,
scoring champion.
I got to do this now. This is the only thing that I don't have." So you take all of that. It's like, yeah, y'all got the target, bro. Y'all, because now y'all didn't. Although y'all try to play we old, but y'all, it's been set. Like y'all in LA, y'all dumped the whole building. Y'all done got rid of the whole roster to bring these people in. It's like Bron ain't got much time, although Bron do got time. But it's like how they label it is like this got to happen now. Whereas Brooklyn, they still, even with those three, it's like, yeah, that's enough to get there. But you still got the if and Harden, Kyrie. As long as KD play his game and KD don't choke, then it'll be like, okay, KD choke. If KD play his game, it's like, it's them niggas. It's them niggas. Like,
word. He can point the finger for sure. LeBron,
them, AD, Russ, ain't no pointing fingers at nobody because y'all done got rid of everybody. And LeBron has brought in his crew. Like he normally brings in his crew. Wherever he at is always his crew. He just have somebody to point the finger at. But now Brody ain't taking LeBron pointing his finger at him. Melo ain't taking the finger.
Nope.
Maybe Dwight takes fingers, but other than that,
oh my God,
they just gonna have the ball.
Boy, that was perfect. It just the perfect time. It just rolled off the top.
Man.
So flat out, what you saying is they just got a ball.
They just got to do it. Yeah,
it's really on the Lakers. It's really. I think the pressure's on them. John, you're gonna be a little biased.
I feel like I'm gonna give you on the Bucks than any of these niggas.
No, sir. I'm gonna give you a quick objective thing. I think the finger pointing is not gonna be as much because all these guys is old. You know what I'm trying to say? You could do that with the younger players, like, but all these guys is vets and whatnot. So that
But
when
that's
he
what
do
I'm
the
saying.
fucking.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't point no finger. There's no finger point. There's no ability to
Listen,
point a
unfortunately,
finger.
J.R. Smith just became the like. No matter what happened, something goes wrong. That's the person you point at. Like he
Yeah.
did that, but it's just he was always if something went wrong, he blamed JR. Like, oh, why the fuck JR Smith?
Yeah, so
tapped that
who's
shot?
going to be the new JR? It's going to be
But
somebody
that's
that's
what
coming
I'm
off that
saying.
No, that's
bench.
my point. It's not gonna be. I don't see that happening.
Right.
Nobody
There's
ever
no
wins.
there's no
It's not going to
place
happen
do
with the
so.
starters, but it could totally happen with the younger guys that they have on the bench.
They're not gonna play.
Because that's the problem with all
But
LeBron's
I'm
teams
saying,
is
but
that
they
like,
ain't gonna-
yeah, you
those
got this
guys
great
ain't
starting
gonna
five,
play.
but they're going to play a
I hear
decent
you.
amount though.
There's
They're
always
going to
a
play
scapegoat.
minutes.
There's
Yeah,
always
they'll find somebody they'll find. Look, Melo won't take that from LeBron, like you said.
That's
Brody's
what-
not going to take it from LeBron, is what you said. But there are other players on the team. You included Dwight Howard in that too. That it's not just those four.
But
Yeah,
Dwight
man.
Howard helped when he was on the team. He did
Right,
help
but
them win
I'm saying,
championship.
and I'm saying the white position and what he does, it ain't even enough for him to be pointed finger at because he don't control the ball really like that.
But I'm
He's
saying
in
it
that-
could be.
He's just there for rebounds and defense.
He defense and space. So that's what I'm saying, between Melo, Brody and Brian and AD, there's no space for anybody to point the finger at. So if they don't win, then it's like collectively, y'all ass didn't show up. Y'all went stack the team on some Lakers 09 shit, 08, 09 with Carmelo and GP now, and y'all got outplayed. So they don't have no space to do nothing but take home a championship for LA. I still think Brooklyn, a fairly new team, they barely played together last season. And then again, it's still like what's gonna happen with Kyrie?
Brooklyn
What's gonna happen
healthy.
with Harden?
Kyrie, KD, and Harden played 14 games together last year.
Exactly.
Damn.
So
But the thing
exactly.
is health gonna come? They all going up in age. Is the health gonna be there for them?
So that's why I'm saying they get the question mark, like what Brooklyn's gonna look like, because we know what KD's gonna do. But the
You know
rest
what's
of
crazy?
this,
So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
they the oldest team in the
Six.
NBA.
No. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about first round picks in the top 5. Russ was the first round pick number 4.
Dwight,
Obviously Dwight, Melo, LeBron, obviously. AD was the number 1 pick as well. That's crazy. They got a lot of first round. Wayne
Ellington.
was 28. Sorry, I thought it was in the top 5.
Where was Malik Monk at?
He was like top 15. He was top 15.
First round, though, yeah.
Malik
12
Monk
or
was
13.
first round 11 actually.
Yes, I said top 15.
11.
So.
Yeah. So Malik Monk will be the one that be the scapegoat.
He is the youngest of the more.
He the youngest
him.
youngest
It's
player
gonna
on
be
the
him.
team.
It's gonna be
And
him.
he's a shooter, and they're gonna make him a spot up shooter, like they do.
Shot
when
40%
LeBron-
from 3 though last season.
Yeah, but again, Malik Monk is a great
Oh
shooter.
my
But I'm saying
God.
with LeBron, you become a spot up shooter. LeBron,
Oh yeah, it's different types of shooting.
It's-
where
it's
it's
different.
different types of shooting. Yeah.
Yo, the Yankees fucking suck.
Malik can play on the
Watch him
ball. He can slide.
I've been saying that for a while now,
and
Ed.
he can shoot.
And I
Bro,
can't wait
I'm
till we
just
get to
saying.
baseball because I got some shit to say.
Yo, we
But,
fucking suck.
Summer League. Last I got in the NBA, Summer League kicks off. John, you got anything in the NBA? Summer League, my nigga Jello is out there cooking.
I'm currently, as we speak,
watching. Right, you
the number,
watching
first,
Jalen?
number 1 pick is going against the number 2 pick, and those are 2 of my top favorites to win Rookie of the Year. So
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the show, but they're currently going at it right now.
Yeah, Cunningham and Jalen. Rockets and Detroit.
Pistons.
Yeah, my nigga Jello there. So Jello working.
Jello
on
gonna make
that.
that roster too. Jello. Listen, I root for Jello. There's other people that have, their families in the league. LaMelo. If LaMelo wasn't to have the season that he had as a rookie, I didn't see Jello doing this, but he had that season. So it's like LaMelo proved he's balling.
Bring my brother in.
Yeah,
It's
bring
a
my
lot
brother in.
Again. You
I'm about to be the star of your franchise. Bring my
Right.
brother in.
Giannis did it with his brother.
I was gonna say if Giannis's brother can fucking join, come on, Jello can too. Come
Both
on.
his brothers.
Yo, how all? No, but I'm saying
All 3 of his
I'm
brothers.
saying
The youngest
they-
one
they
just
all
got
got rings.
drafted.
Oh, his
The
youngest
all got
one just got
rings.
drafted?
Yeah, the youngest one just got drafted.
Oh, I didn't even
So
know
four.
he was in the league
It's
yet.
four.
He was soiled.
It's 4 So that means,
Where's youngest brother playing?
fuck, I forgot. Hold on, let me Google it real quick. But he deadass just got drafted to the league.
And you don't think the Giannis relationship don't play a part in it?
Yeah, hell yeah, it does.
It do. So yeah, I put my peoples on. My peoples put their peoples on. That's how it's supposed to go. Drew hating ass. He trash. Since when? What has?
Why you gotta be sucking on them balls, Dev? You always gassing them.
Because them balls, them boys.
My bad. He entered in the draft, but he went undrafted. Alex Kumbo. He's 19. He's 6'8".
Is he playing for a summer league team right now or not?
It says his current team is UCAM Mercia CB. So
he'll get there.
He'll get in there.
Again, his brother.
He's playing for a team in Spain right now. Currently,
again, his older brother that played with the Bucks. He came in through the summer league, then made his way to a roster, and now he's a fucking NBA champion. So Jello can do the same thing and keep it in the family. Drew Holiday got his brothers in there and shit. Like, it's a bunch of siblings in the NBA, man. Drew got 2 of his brothers in there.
Steph got his brother.
Steph got his young brother in there. It's a bunch of family in the league. Drew's just a hater, bro.
Drew. Some relatives is better than other people's relatives.
That's true. That's true.
Remember we got the chance to see.
Holidays. Drew, the Holiday boys are all nice. Like,
remember
Curry boys are,
Yeah, I was about to say, Dad, remember we got to see Seth play right there in the Westchester County Center?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, he could hoop.
And that was that was the G League and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he worked his way in and shit. Like, I can see the same thing for Jello. But that's all I got for the NBA. Let's move.
I got one more NBA. I gotta throw shade at LeBron. Shout out to LeBron after the men's basketball team wins the Olympic gold medal. Someone co-tweets the time that LeBron put up 40 points and went for 11 for 11 in the second round of the FIBA championship, and LeBron co-tweeted it. Because no one can have glory without LeBron having his glory too.
So they were drinking. They were drinking LeBron's tequila and shit.
It's so ridiculous.
He has a tequila. I saw KD them talking about it.
Yeah, on the bus, right?
Yeah, on the bus. And shit. They was drinking his tequila, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. So
he's always got to be there. Always got to be the center of attention.
They shouted him out. Draymond is Draymond's with clutch, and shit. So we gonna shout out his guy, and KD keep it friendly, I guess. All right, moving on to MLB. What's going on with the MLB now? I can't say this. This much I know. Keeping it here in New York, Yankees says Rizzo is.
Since we got the Italians, since we got the fucking. Speaking of Italians, R.I.P. Cuomo's reign in New York. Stepped down today.
True. Because he's Italian.
Kev, honestly, Kev, I think you can use that now. I'm not a pervert. I'm Italian. You could start saying I'm not a pervert. I'm just black.
No,
you say that, right?
He gonna get shot.
Anyway, back to Devin's sake.
But since the Italians have been back, the Yankees have been on a run.
Yankees have been on the run. 16.
Gallo and Rizzo.
Right, out of 7, and then they percentage moved from chance of playoffs went up from 30 something to 60 something now.
Yeah, we're only 2 games out of the wild card. If the season ended today, Boston and Oakland would lock that up. Unfortunately,
but with that, the Italian brought the vid to New York. Well, it was already here. Maybe called while he was here. He
got that shit from fucking Chicago, son. He brought that shit with him from Chicago. Dusty ass, dirty ass organization.
Nah. He got that shit when he touched down at LaGuardia and shit, and jumping off the plane, and he got that shit. But what's going on with the Yankees other than that? How are we feeling about the Yankees?
Well, we were on a tear, and I've been watching this game, and this dude fucking Cortez just constantly gives up game time fucking hits. But hey, it is what it is. It's still early in the game. But like I said, we're only 2 games out.
The most important thing is that they're finding a way to win. They're a lot faster, so their stolen
Mhm.
base count is like way higher. At the end of the day, I'm not overly hype, and I'm more nervous and more want the consistency to like kind of stay there. So I'm more telling people like, yo, just one game at a time.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it was
literally,
pretty amazing
there's still
against
about
Seattle.
50. There's still about 50 games left or something like that. So
Man, look, Boston look
Yeah.
like it's taking a Boston like they taking a nosedive. They started off high. They
Yeah.
look like they cooling off. They about to go the opposite way. Well,
New
as I
York-
predicted.
Yeah, New York is finally repairing itself little by little, like
Right.
slow, little by like COVID numbers are up again a little bit, but businesses aren't going to close. We're just going to require vaccines in the city. But things are finally normal where the Yankees are being a
Hey,
little.
I got my first
and-
vaccination. I got one
Hey,
already.
hey, good for you.
Yeah,
And the
my
Mets
second
are
one at the end
finally,
of the
and
month.
the Mets are starting to suck now. So that's
Yeah,
coming
that's what I'm
back. So
saying. They
everything
get
is starting to
Javier,
balance out in New York.
Right. They
Yeah.
get Javier, and now they starting to tank. Like, what's going on
Yeah.
with the Mets?
Yeah, well, God, I mean, their biggest problem right now is hitting. They can't hit for shit. And their pitchers are always going to do what they're going to do. They have the best bullpen, one of the best bullpens in the MLB, and one of the best starting rotations in the MLB. But the Mets are the Mets are the Mets are the Mets. They're cursed. It's just, I mean, there's really no way to explain it. It's just they constantly find way, like Kev said, the Yankees were finding ways to win games. The Mets are finding different ways to lose games.
Well, the Mets, the blessing that the Mets have is their division is weaker, so they could find all the ways to lose games, and they could stumble across the finish line and still win that division.
They could, but the Phillies are hot right now. Just like you said, Boston's taking the tank. The Phillies are again. It just looks like everything is. This is why baseball is a game of streaks. This is why you never gas up your season. I mean, I've had Met fans that walk up to me you guys suck, and we've been saying even early on, I was like, look, like don't hit the panic button, don't hit the panic button. But if you listen to 10 episodes back, you got me, John, and Kev crying about how bad we are. But again, baseball's a super long season.
I always agree with you. 162 games.
Do I think the Yankees are going to make a run in the playoffs? Absolutely fucking not. If they keep playing the way that they're playing, maybe.
My whole thing was I just seen a whole bunch of red flags. And the red flags that I see, I'm not liking because it's still, even though we're playing much better, we still have the same red flags. We still have it.
What's the
increase?
What's
Pitching's
the red
not that
flags?
great. Our pitching's not that great. Morales hasn't been doing that good.
Well, Rollins is coming off injury too, so that's the other part of it.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you'll give him a pass. I'm just saying, like, and magically, the Yankees just know one thing I can say for this season, they know how to catch that COVID bug. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing they can do consistently, catch COVID. So, but that's what I'm saying. I still see the red flags. I still see, like, even with the good games, we still have inconsistent games, and we lose to teams that we shouldn't lose to.
Right.
Like the Kansas City Royals.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like the red flags was alarming. It's different as the season goes. They start eliminating red flags, but the red flags is still there. It's like
even with the pieces that they recently added,
it
hasn't been much change in the
pitching,
red flags and the pitching and stuff like that.
Obviously, one of the Yankees' struggles was the hitters didn't really, a couple of hitters who should be performing better haven't been performing to the standard that they should be. But it's a long season, so it takes time. They eventually heat up. So they got these two hitters, they injected these two hitters to the lineup, and they came hot, and they came doing what they was doing. But the pitching still is up and down. Injuries, COVID, and it's just up and down. Yeah. Cole hasn't been looking the same since the whole,
Heart attack. You can say it. Just say it.
It was like, what was it? I think I brought it up on the pod, but it was like 2 weeks ago. Cole pitched, and the Yankees lost 14-0.
Yeah.
They got smoked by the Rays.
Not good.
Like
Not
2
good.
weeks ago. But
again, the Rays are a good fucking baseball team. I mean, they're really good. They're really good.
Listen,
after all the moves they made, all the pitchers that they lost, they're still very good.
No, Ed, but point is,
he said Garrett
Cole shouldn't lose games.
Yeah, Cole shouldn't be losing games. Yeah,
game
right.
like that.
Not like that.
Yeah, you're right.
You
You're
can
right.
lose, no,
Right.
1-0, 2-0, 3-1. It happens, but God,
I mean, he was
got
letting everybody hit. Yeah, he was letting everybody hit. That's crazy. Anything else in MLB? What else is going on in baseball pressing that we should be talking about? Mets is on the decline. Yankees are
Yeah.
in the shuffle. Anything hard hitting or crazy?
I don't know. I don't know if y'all seen. I sent the picture of Vladdy's Guerrero Jr.'s cleat that he's wearing because they playing there in LA. So he was wearing these special cleats that was like a tribute to Kobe and Gigi, and them cleats is fire.
I didn't realize Vladdy was wearing them. Yeah.
I sent it to I sent it in the OSA chat, but those just is dead at fire.
Oh, I got a baseball story. I forgot about it. I had to look it up. So a Colorado Rockies fan was accused of using racial slur.
Right. Yes. Dinger.
Turns out he was just calling out the mascot's name, which his name is Dinger. If you don't know what a dinger is, it's fucking dropping bombs. It's a hard rope. It's could be close to a home run, but just dropping bombs. You know what I mean? So now after the investigation, there are now talks about, because we have to just fucking cancel everything this day and age, there's talks about changing the longtime mascot's name from Dinger to God knows what, but I'm sure it's not.
No, but because the player, what's his name? Lewis.
It was Adam Jones, I thought. Was the one that
it's Miami player Lewis Brunson. But he was saying that I know they keep saying it's Dinger, but when he hear it, oh, he hears.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right, he said, he like, I know
yo,
what y'all saying.
Dinger.
Right. He
Come
said,
here, you Dinger.
Yeah, he
Get
like,
a job, Dinger.
He said, I know what y'all saying, and I give it the benefit of the doubt. But every
Dinger,
time
you're so
I
lazy.
listen, I don't hear Dinger. He said, right. He like, you're so lazy, Dinger. Go pick cotton, Dinger.
I'm pretty sure they slipped in a couple of times, and they used
of course.
And that's guy's excuse.
Right. That's what he said. Like, yo, I know what they're saying, but I know.
Get it together, Dinger.
Right.
Get
Like,
job,
exactly right. Drinking up the white man's water, Dinger. Sniffing up the white man's air, Dinger. But he like, yo, I know what y'all saying, and I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. But I don't hear nothing. Like he like, yo, I watched the video a few times, and I was there. I can't hear anything else but the N word. So, but they, like Ed said, that because of this, they're thinking about changing the mascot. But what is the mascot? I didn't even see. Like
it's like a bird-looking thing.
It's something red,
it's
right?
Like a bird.
It's like the color. The mascot's color is red, right?
No, it's like a little
looks
dinosaur.
like a bird. Oh yeah, there he is.
Dinosaur.
Yeah. He looks like he's a three-horn. And you know what? Three-horns don't hang out with long necks. You know why?
Why?
Because Dinger is out in the shed while the long necks are sitting at the table.
But, yeah. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so NFL did their investigation. They declared that it was
MLB, yeah.
Yeah, right. MLB.
Yeah.
Declaring that it's said Dinger, not the N-word. Player didn't hear Dinger. He still don't hear Dinger. But we're gonna move on from that. Is anything else, MLB?
The only other thing that I had, I don't know if you want to add this clip in there, but a fan runs on the field at Dodger Stadium. Literally, he just, gives them
he was dipping on the security,
dipping on security, and then it took a 17-year-old back girl that was like, fuck out of here, and took him out, flipped him over yeah. So don't fuck with the back girl, dog.
She grabbed him and left him over.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
The A's Laureano got suspended for 80 games. Tested positive for the PED.
Oh yeah.
I wrote that down.
How you get suspended for physical education, man? Like that's like we all supposed to stay fit. Like so how you get suspended for that? That shit crazy. Baseball be tripping. All right. Anything else in baseball? Moving on to the NFL.
Okay.
We go NFL.
Moving
Let's
on to
do
NFL.
it.
I want to start here. We're gonna start at
Oh,
NYC.
let's do it.
Start right here at NYC. Eddie's been talking up his guy, Zach, cooking. But what I'm seeing is Zach is having issues out there, man.
Yeah, it's great. It's great to get it out of the way now. You want him to do that in a real game?
No, Coach Asala is saying he only other player he knows that had only rookie that he knows that had these issues that he can be compared to is the great Peyton Manning. So
just saying.
If this is what's to come, then Zach.
Hey, while we're on it, what happened this weekend? Didn't one Sir Peyton Manning get elected into the Hall of Fame?
Yes, we're gonna
right.
So Peyton Manning having a Hall of Fame. We are on the verge of seeing the future. Who Peyton Manning? So it's like,
tell me, think about Peyton Manning. Why Drew believe that meme that Ed said? He talking about
because Drew's so rich. I'm not gonna say it. The one that I sent where it had like Manning's head like really, really big.
Yeah,
and Drew believed it because Drew believes anything.
I read that. I was like, come on, Drew. Like, that shit's not real, man.
Remember what we used to I think Kevin Johnny can actually vouch for it. Remember what we used to call those kids in the city? Cousins. You know what I'm talking about? Remember we used to call them cousins. You know what I mean? You're a cousin. Drew's a cousin, man. He's a big time cousin.
Oh, no, he's special, man. But Coach Asala was saying that Peyton Manning had these same troubles, so he's not worried about it. I see a lot of the press are like, "What's going on?" But Eddie, as our Jets fan here, should we be worried about Zach and his progression into?
No, I mean, so the two interceptions that he threw in the green and white scrimmage were across the middle to Jamison Crowder. One of them bounced off Jamison Crowder's hands. They hit off Bless Austin that ended up falling into Mosley's hands. And then the second one, he definitely didn't read it, and it was picked off by, I believe, Marcus May. So look, I mean, he's a rookie. I want him to get it all out now. Obviously, with the shortened preseason, I don't even think you're going to be starting to see your starters at all, really. Typically they do one series, game one, game two, they maybe do two series, game three, they play the whole second half, and then game four, they rest. I think with the shortened preseason, I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I definitely don't want, if I'm, a fan of any team, not just the Jets, I don't want my starters out there basically at all. They could probably go out one series, two series, and then maybe a quarter in that third game, but even that is pushing it. But again, this is why it's practice. This is why it's a scrimmage. You want to get all these bad habits out now, so that way you can learn from it, and then that way it doesn't happen in game.
No, I agree with Ed.
It's too early to, I just seen a lot of people just seem to be, a little inattentive.
Oh, he does play for New York, so you know how that goes.
Right, and again,
of course,
New York market is what's going on?
So that's really interesting about the New York market. I really want, Jeremy Lin. I know it's a different sport, but Jeremy Lin was a sensation for 2 weeks, and he is elevated and etched into New York history. Eli Manning wins his 2 Super Bowls. He's a fucking god in New York City. Derek Jeter, from the minute he touched the field, was a god in New York City, right? Mark Sanchez, his first 2 years, he was the Sanchez. It goes both ways. You see what happened to Sam Darnold, who, again, I know he was on my team, and I know I defended him, and I talked a lot of bullshit, but statistically, he was the worst quarterback in the NFL. Early on, I didn't even think we were going to land him, but when we got him, he's on our team. Look, Tim Tebow was on my team too, and I rooted for Tim Tebow. I didn't think Tim Tebow was any good, but I backed him up because he's on my team. But you can clearly see how the media, and the New York market destroyed Sam Darnold's career. Therefore, him going to Carolina, I think it'll help. Yeah, of course, and that's the other part of it too. I mean, statistically, he was the worst quarterback in the NFL the last 3 years. I never said that out loud. I mean, I said it after he was off our team, but he was bad. Look, I wanted him to work out because I had no other choice. But it's pretty amazing.
You still want him to do good.
No, and I want him to do well. I do. I think the change of scenery is definitely going to help him. But it's amazing how the New York media, everyone always says, the New York media or any big market, LA, they can shut you down and really bring you down as a person, not only a player. But it's if you have if I'm just saying, if Zach Wilson goes down to Carolina and beats the Panthers in Carolina, and then comes home to host the New England Patriots and beats this like subpar. I mean, again, we don't know that defense is coming back, so they're definitely going to be a lot better. But we don't know what we're going to see out of Cam Newton. We obviously there's a lot of talk around camp with N'Keal Harry that he's doing really well. So the receivers for the Patriots are going to be good, and obviously everyone knows
has
that.
been playing good and
Right.
in this summer.
But again, just like for a moment, again, I don't think it's realistic, and I'm not trying to overstep or anything. The Jets can realistically start 0-2, and if Zach Wilson does well, then he does well. But at the end of the day, we're going to be relying on 4 rookies to be most of our offense, and that's pretty ridiculous, for a first-year quarterback. But if some way, somehow, with Mike LaFleur's system and Saleh's coaching, that the Jets can find a way to go 2-0 home opener against the Patriots, that's all Zach needs. I mean, his confidence is going to go through. Everyone's going to call him a messiah. Now, granted, he has a small window where they'll shit on him, but he's got at least a year for everybody to forget. Look back at Odell Beckham Jr., right? Odell Beckham Jr. catches that miraculous catch against the Cowboys. Do you think anybody cares that they fucking lost that game? No, they don't. Johnny still regrets is upset that he's gone. You know what I mean? Of course. It's crazy how like we talk about that New York media, how they could bash you until you're basically dead, and it could ruin your confidence. But I hope, because I really have no other options anymore, I hope that Zach can prove whatever doubters that he has wrong. And obviously he has the stuff, I think. But again, until they touch the field, we won't know. And that's.
But now my question is, how much time, again, new coach Asala, Zach is new, everything is new with the Jets. How much time should the media and us as fans, sports fans, be giving the Jets, seeing as though they ain't did shit in forever anyway?
Right. You can't expect like a 10-7 season.
Right. What type of record would be like? Okay, this is a new beginning. This is acceptable.
6
for this fresh.
6 is my line. 6 is my line. 6-11, and he can't throw like 30 interceptions. Yeah. If the Jets are 6-11 and he throws for close to 4,000 yards and 29 to 32 touchdowns, and I would imagine that the interceptions will be in double digits, but definitely under 15. That's something to look forward to. And obviously, we're just talking about Wilson, but it's like if you see over 1,000 yards for Elijah Moore, over 1,000 yards for either of the running backs, whether it's LaMichael Pirine or Michael Carter, who they're really believing in. But that's what I'm saying. We're relying on the first 4 guys that we got in that draft. We're relying on rookies to produce our offense. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. I mean, like, I think Elijah Vera Tucker will be a Pro Bowler for sure. Do I think Zach Wilson will do fine? But again, like, we can't be relying on these guys to do all of this for us in such a small amount of time. So 6 wins, I think, is a little bit realistic. I think. And look, 5 is good too. 5 wins is fine. As long as the team looks good. We're not getting embarrassed on Thursday Night Football, Monday Night Football. Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. It all matters on the performance. If y'all lose games, it's how y'all perform. Y'all getting 21 every other game.
Right.
That's not a
we lose by a field goal to the Bucks. Fucking great. I'll take that all day if it's just the field goal.
Yeah, I mean, Zach ain't getting picked off just constantly and taking it to the house on his ass. Then it's like, okay.
I mean, Sam Darnold's first throw as an NFL quarterback in the NFL was an interception for a touchdown.
Big sense.
As long as that doesn't happen,
right?
I think Zach's going to be okay.
Win that game, though?
They did come back and win that game, but it was against the Detroit Lions. Let's be real. No disrespect to the Lions, but Megatron retired, Barry Sanders retired. Let's just do Hall of Fame. Let's just do Hall of Fame.
Right, just going, because you brought it up, Megatron.
Great segue.
We go get great segue. Just to backtrack a little bit, our Hall of Fame game took place last Thursday. Cowboys, Steelers. Cowboys won. So
Cowboys lost, no?
I thought they won 16-3.
No, I swear to God, I saw a meme that said, "This is how you know the world is healing."
Yeah, they lost. Steelers
won.
Steelers won. So Cowboys starting off in Cowboys fashion. Dak didn't play. He has currently what a
Here you go.
shoulder
You know
stuff.
football's back when Carson Wentz is hurt. The Eagles' best wide receiver is hurt, and the Cowboys lost.
And Dak
feel
now
good.
has a shoulder strain, so we don't know exactly when Dak will be back. But Hall of Fame had 2 classes. Some of your highlights, some of your favorite moments from the Hall of Fame. Kev, you got any from the Hall of Fame speeches from some of the legends? You know, Peyton.
So I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of it, but all I know is the one thing that I really did like was Charles Woodson, like basically telling like the kids that are watching right now, they're like, yo, you until you turn around like the age of 40 will you really like understand like the hard work that you got to put in as a man in life.
Yeah.
And to be standing on this stage where I am, like hard work.
Yeah, he closed the show very well.
Yeah, like
Very well.
he said something like that, and I'm just like, yo, that's just real. Like,
No, my favorite was Edrin James. Basically,
started with gold teeth.
Yeah, started with gold
Mhm.
teeth. Like everybody, you know, rooting
With a
against
gold
him
jacket.
in regards to him having dreads and the stereotype of what a black man is and what you can overcome from him having issues early in his life to becoming an NFL player, dreads, gold teeth, and now he has a gold jacket. Like, so for the inner city kids, the kids
That's
from the struggle.
who you was channeling when you did your hair before the pod
Yeah,
today?
yeah. Well, this
yeah.
my 5-year local, not my 5-year foreign. So, but yeah. So mine's ain't as long as Edwin's. But no. So I just thought his speech for me being an inner city kid, me being a kid from the hood, stereotype young black man, and people setting the ceiling for what we could be. Him being a trouble youth to college athlete to NFL pro, now Hall of Famer, with the gold teeth and dreads the whole time was super dope to me, his speech. But the comedian took over the show, Peyton Manning. We all love Peyton. Peyton's that guy.
Yeah, Peyton's the guy. He really is the guy.
Man. Peyton just
He
really
really
that
is.
guy. He said, what he said about Ray Lewis, he said Ray Lewis is still giving his acceptance speech. He said something about it. He said,
and they had them all on an Academy Award kind of timer, right? Where
yeah,
they would
because
they would
of,
play
because
them
of Ray
off.
Lewis, yeah,
Because of Ray, yeah.
yeah. So he was his shit was basically a roast. Like his majority of his speech was him just like cracking jokes on people and shit. So.
And fucking bitch ass Adam Gase was there for Peyton. So fuck you, Peyton, for giving him a fucking why. You know what? Perfect. It's the only way Adam Gase is going to be able to go attend a Hall of Fame fucking ceremony. Fucking loser.
Okay.
Is he currently with a team right now?
Adam Gase, definitely not. If any team is smart, let's find out. I think he actually went to Alabama with Nick Saban. Hold on.
Nah, he's with the Washington Signals.
Yeah. I'll tell you my favorite moment. I don't know if you guys caught it. Dev, I want you to find the clip and insert it right here.
Okay.
But when Hall of Fame legend, coach legend, Bill Cowher, dapped up Calvin Johnson and said, let's go smoke a joint in the parking lot.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Find it.
Oh, wow.
He got caught on a hot mic. It's hilarious. I must have played it like 4 or 5 times today just to make sure that if it was true or not, because I overheard it somewhere. And I was like, there's no fucking way. And then I played it like 6 times today, and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Bill Cowher, ladies and gentlemen, Bill Cowher.
Definitely popping that in, man. So, yeah, Hall of Fame ceremony, dope. Now we got the first year eligibility for Hall of Fame. We got DeMarcus Ware, Steve Smith Jr., Andre Johnson, Robert Mathis, Anquan Bolden, Vince Wilfork, and the X Factor Devin Hester. If you can pick one, gold jacket. If it's only one out of that crew.
What's the names?
Fit.
DeMarcus Ware,
Uh-huh.
Steve Smith's senior,
Yeah.
Andre Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
Robert Mathis, Anquan Bolden, Vince Wilfork, and Devin Hester. Who goes in first for you? John, who goes in?
I like all the names. It's all the names there. It's tough. damn, Devin Hester, but it's,
Fucking Devin Hester. I don't care. Devin Hester.
it's between my top two. All those names is between Steve Smith.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
Steve Smith definitely
And,
first
and
ballot all the way.
you gonna say Vince, John?
I was gonna say Vince, but I forgot. He said Andre Johnson also.
Yeah, Andre Johnson's that guy. Yo, shout out Andre Johnson and Cortland
So-
Finnegan's fucking beef. Yo,
Vince would be my third option, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Andre
Steve.
Johnson beat on his
Andre.
ass.
yo, he beat the bricks off that boy, son.
But yeah,
Ed, for you.
It's gotta be. Andre Johnson was really my guy, like really was. But I think like as far as like football in the grand scheme of things, like outside of it too, like Vince Wilfork is, I mean, he's just the guy. Homie coming in with a jumper on all the Hard Knocks. Like he's always just like a fun, lovable guy. He's given way a lot back to his community as well. Has done a lot to pave the way for young guys in the NFL. Played for multiple successful organizations. So to me, it's got to be Vince, like through and through. But Steve Smith he almost pushed him out. But it's Vince Wilfork.
it's tough.
Yo, Vince
that guy.
Wilfork was
Vince is
never
my
in
guy.
shape. I don't remember. This nigga was so damn fat. Like,
Yo,
He's so fat. Yo, but he would eat people, bro. He would
Yo.
eat, like literally, he
He
was
can
in on
move.
every play.
No, he
Listen,
could,
trust
but
me,
yo, the nigga was fat as hell.
as a Jet fan, Vince Wilfork gave
me.
me headaches. He was in on every single fucking
You
play.
gotta put 3 people on him.
Yeah, he's a big
Well,
fuck.
at least.
Yo, he's massive. That nigga is massive.
And he
But
can
Kev,
move, man.
Kev, who's your pick? If you picking one, who you got at 1?
At 1, definitely Vince. At 2, it's got to be Steve, but like it's close for me. Steve and like DeMarcus Ware for 2.
Yeah, DeMarcus Ware was nice.
Yeah,
So
I feel like DeMarcus Ware career didn't last long. Like,
It was very short. Here, that's,
very short.
yeah,
Yeah, he rejuvenated when he went to the Broncos. So I just feel like a lot of people didn't realize that he left when he
yeah,
left.
he,
the Cowboys.
yeah, he got the ring with.
But
with,
my favorite clip like Steve Smith was like, if you see my face, that mean I scored. I'm like, oh,
again,
he's
a
a
lot
dog, bro. And for his size,
yeah.
I guess, yeah.
And he
he's
talk
second.
mad shit.
He's second on that list for me.
And
DeMarcus Ware had a 11-year career, which is pretty long.
yeah,
No, that is.
05 to
that
06.
is-
05 to
No,
06.
that is a.
but
special
you heard
football.
that? And if it wasn't for Steve Smith Sr., we would have never got that famous Jalen Ramsey.
Um,
Right.
All right, so hold on real quick since you brought it up. I'm going to sidetrack off the podcast a little bit. So my wife and I have been watching Fuckboy Island or F-Boy Island, whatever. It's on HBO Max. If you don't watch it, watch it. It's terrible. It's like 90 Day on crack.
Okay.
It's great. But they got this one dude on it, Jared, OG Jared, because there's a new Jared who pretends that who looks like he's Russell Wilson, like tries to be Russell Wilson.
So
That's
you got a
basically-
previous Jared. So OG Jared.
Right. So OG Jared,
Okay.
yo, OG Jared is fucking Jalen Ramsey sassy, dog.
Word.
Like he's just like, I don't know why they talking about me like that, and he's doing the head nod and
Do
all
you
that.
like
He
women?
is, supposedly.
You know what's crazy? I'll be on
Okay.
HBO Max and it should be popping up.
Yo, so F-Boy Island, the premise of it, real quick, again, not to derail the podcast at all.
Right.
3 women,
Right.
there's 25 guys, and half of them are F-boys because they can't say fuck boy. But
Right.
half of them
Come
are
on,
F-boys, half of
25
them are
guys,
nice
few
guys.
women.
Yeah. So it's like, Flavor of
Flavor
Love
of
and
Love.
Tequila Show, all that shit. Where it's like mad
Why they
dudes
can't
or
say
mad
fuck
chicks
boy?
trying to
It's
compete.
HBO. It's HBO.
So I actually heard Nikki Glazer on a few podcasts who hosts the show. She's a comedian. She said that apparently the corporate guys at HBO did not want to, the
Wait,
fuck is a bad word.
Okay.
And also they'd be saying
Comments?
they'd be
Right.
saying it like 100
But yet
times
they got
an episode.
real sex. Take 10.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So
Yo.
how do you like your dick? Oh, I like it in my mouth. Like fuck out of here. How you gonna say fuck is bad?
Yeah.
But yeah, what you said, John? I'm not bad.
No, I'm saying like the fact that they trying to cover up fuck, like they don't.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yo, Bill Cowher really said that. That's funny as hell.
Yo, Bill Cowher really said that. I'm not joking. He was like, "Yo, let's go smoke a joint in the parking lot, dog." Yo,
And
Bill
again,
Cowher.
this-
It makes a ton of
Yeah.
sense how everything was able, how the Pittsburgh Steelers were so successful. Bill
I
Cowher
can
was always
see,
high.
I can see Bill Cowher
Yeah.
in his in his office.
Would you
blowing his shit.
All right, here we go. Would you invite Bill Cowher to the cookout?
I don't know.
I think he can come.
Know.
I mean, as long as he doesn't bring anything.
I gotta hear more.
Yeah, he had one. He had one
up.
cool moment. Doesn't mean.
I mean, I think you could ask anybody to play for. I mean, we had Barrett Brooks on. Bill Cowher was his coach. He had not a negative thing to say. That Barrett Brooks said that his favorite team to play for was the Pittsburgh Steelers. You would imagine that the culture that Bill and what did he do when he left? He made sure he could have put in Todd Healy's fucking bum ass in charge, but he put Kevin in charge instead.
And then he supposedly left something for Kevin when he.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
it was
Bill.
Probably a joint. It was probably a joint. They said something else because I saw Kevin.
Kev, you tell us.
He was talking about it on ESPN that he left some, and then he was like, "I'm gonna leave it for the next coach." It's probably a blunt. They wouldn't really. I can't remember exactly what they said it was.
Yeah,
I think it was indica or some shit. He said.
Yeah. That's what's up. See, I'm telling you, Bill.
And coach didn't smoke it until that day. He tried to trip homie on the return on the field.
Well, he learned that from Bill.
But again, the eligibility class for 2021-22 is dope. But I just don't want nobody to do my nigga Devin Hester dirty, man. He belongs to.
No, he deserves it. Yeah, so, for sure. I agree.
No offense to him, you think he gets on first ballot?
I don't think he gets in on first ballot.
I don't think he will, but for what he's done,
nobody. I think
he's
definitely Hall of Famer, but I don't know about first ballot.
I think he should be a first ballot because what he's done is like no other. Nobody's done what he's done in the sport. So that's to me is first ballot worthy. Because what he brought to the game, nobody else brought it.
And what he brought did bring the Bears to a Super Bowl game.
And it brought success to the fucking Bears. Like nobody cared about the Bears until Devin Hester was there. That was some of the most exciting time to be in Chicago, waiting on Devin Hester to take it back on niggas. Like that was a good time, like to be watching and be a Bears fan.
He almost won the Bears a chip if it wasn't for Peyton.
First play, like Super Bowl, first play. I'm telling you, I've said this before. My dad and them, even I thought, yo, it's over. Bears about to come out and cook. First play, Devin has to take it back. Nah, it didn't happen that way, but it felt like it. It felt like it. So, but congratulations to these guys. Take my fandom aside. I do think Vince Wilfork is the him and Steve Smith are 1 and 2 for me, and close like 1A, 1B in regards to the Hall of Fame eligibility. However I said that, but. Let's talk about your boy Lamar now. John, we were talking about this off pod.
Well, before we talk about fully Lamar, I think the only reason why we're going to talk about Lamar is because Josh Allen just got the bag.
No.
That's not where you're going to bring up Lamar Jackson?
No. Bring it up to
Well, for the second time in like 8 months. But we can talk about his contract too. So real quick, Josh Allen did just get the bag. $43 million, second highest paid quarterback. Second highest paid player in the league right now. And that has stirred a little bit of conversations about Lamar's big pay. And when's that going to come? But also...
So on top of that, that brings up a great question.
I forgot about the COVID.
So Lamar, second time, he's back in camp now. He's not with getting the vaccination. He said his own feelings about it. He said it's not FDA approved. He'll speak to his doctor. He'll speak to team doctors. But it seems to be in sports and in the world, there's kind of a bully culture almost happening when it comes to the vaccinated versus the non-vaccinated. It's like, get vaccinated. You're hurting other people. Whereas we live in a pro-choice country and a pro-choice world, but it's also like we're going to push and persuade you to get it. I got my first vaccination because I chose.
Did you feel pushed and persuaded?
I didn't feel pushed and persuaded, but I'm not in a powerful position either. But these people, these celebrities and people of power, I guess, Lamar Jackson, just keep it to him. He's the star of the team. a lot of people are saying he's hurting his team because he's not vaccinated. The NFL has
won't go.
So NFL has these rules now, like if a vaccination, if a game is canceled or delayed due to COVID,
outbreak caused by non-vaccinated.
Right, non-vaccinated.
Yeah.
If you can't make up that game, nobody will.
They won't let you make up the game.
Well, no, you can make it up within that week, but if it's not, if you can't do so, you won't be paid. That salary will be taken away from everybody.
My point.
With all of this, the agenda is everybody get vaccinated, but the way the tactics behind it, to me, even being somebody that's in the pursuit of vaccination, it's irritating to hear people saying get vaccinated, especially when this shit still is not FDA approved. It's still experimental. My sister, who's a fucking nurse, who's telling me like, yo, there's wild shit in this, but this shit is experimental. But because we in this world, it's just like we taking a chance. So with that, why are we so get the vaccination and being like bullies in the sense of getting players and everybody vaccinated? John, you got
quick question. But what if the COVID outbreak is caused by vaccinated players? Is the penalty?
And everybody will get paid, is what I would imagine.
I think.
I would imagine.
They made it specific to non-vaccinated.
That's what I'm saying. That's my only thing. So because obviously the vaccination doesn't stop someone from getting it. You can still catch it. So what if you cause an outbreak and you're back? You know, that's all I'm saying.
I would imagine. Yeah, I would imagine.
I just feel like the penalties is not equal.
But even with that, that goes back to the bullying of non-vaccinated players, because like you said, they made the rules specific to non-vaccinated. But we all know, even if you vaccinate, you can still catch COVID, and therefore, if you can catch it, you can spread it. So why continue to push on people and make people feel like, damn, you causing everybody discomfort, and because you won't get vaccinated, when people have been pro and con vaccinations since vaccinations.
So we've talked. I'm almost exhausted about talking about this all the time. It's just like when we were doing COVID in sports. I was like, can we please just stop doing this? Because and now this has become the new COVID in sports, where I'm like, I don't even want to fucking talk about this. At this point, it's like, look, if you're vaccinated and you know someone who isn't vaccinated, don't bully that person. Like, obviously, John and I, we go back and forth. Obviously, we joke about it all the time. I'm not serious. I don't care about what John. If John doesn't want to get it, John doesn't want to get it. It is what it is.
Yeah, all got it, and I'm not.
And John's not getting on us for not getting it. But like what you said is the bullying of like the people who are vaccinated trying to bully people that aren't to get it, and the people that have it are bullying the people that do have it. Now in the South, again, if you want to get a little political about it, the people in the South are actually dressing up in disguises to go get the vaccine, so their neighbors don't know that they got it, which I think is pretty hilarious. But at the end of the day, look, if you're vaccinated, don't bully anybody. If you're not vaccinated, don't bully anybody. But as far as the corporate level, I'll touch on that a little bit later. But honestly, at this point, it's like the reason why, look, they're between the NFL and now New York City saying they're going to start requiring people to have their vaccine and show proof of their vaccine in order for you to wine and dine at certain restaurants or certain businesses. Now, those businesses, and again, you want to know why I got it? For that reason. That's the only reason why I got it, so I could live my life normally. Now, is my life being lived normally? No, I got on a plane. I had to wear a mask. You know what I mean? Like, is it hypocritical that you see politicians not wearing masks when they go on their own private planes? Yeah. Does it piss me off? Of course it does. You know, like, I mean, President Obama, like, we love him. I voted him in twice. Right. You know what I mean? Like, he got to have his party. 50 some odd fucking people. He got to get Chrissy Teigen and John Legend, all them.
No mask, no mask,
no nothing. No, I'm sure most of them were vaccinated, but it is what it is. Like, it's neither here nor there. Look, let's say the number of people that died under the regime, because I think this is all about people trying to get reelected at this point. And obviously everyone's just trying to work. It's people worrying about their money, right? So if the NFL, who is a private business, again, most of my entire staff is vaccinated. Yet this new Delta variant scaring the hell out of everybody. And again, it's all mass hysteria right now. Obviously, if you just follow what's going on in England, you'll see that the numbers are eventually going to go down, we hope. But we also said this, a year and a half ago, that eventually it will go down, it'll go away. That hasn't been the case. So therefore, in order to work at the job that I work at, which I love, I have to wear a mask every single day, the whole shift. Yeah, can I pull it down and take a couple of drinks and stuff? Yeah, sure, of course. To eat, of course I can. But if I'm on the floor, if I'm around people, I have to wear a mask. That is mandated by my company. If I decide to make up a stir and not do it, then my company is going to tell me, hey, listen, man, thank you for your time. You got to go. Right. I mean, and I think that's what the NFL is doing. Do I think it's right? No. Do I think it's fair? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, it's about people trying to get reelected. If on Trump's watch we lost, let's say 300,000 Americans. If on Biden's watch we lose another 300,000 Americans, why would you reelect them? You got the vaccine. Trump didn't have the vaccine. Biden has the vaccine. So again, it's really all to fit an agenda that we'll figure out eventually. We'll see what happens. Look, and what I've said from the beginning, if people that don't want to get vaccinated don't get vaccinated, and they die of this new variant or whatever it might be, shame on you. That's on you. And if in 20 years, I die from the vaccine or we die from the vaccine, then that's on us. We chose to take it and we chose not to take it. Survival of the fittest at this point.
And
that's it.
That's solely,
my main
that's
point
solely
is
how I'm looking at it.
everyone stay safe, because even vaccine,
exactly.
not vaccine, you wear your mask.
Right. You still should be vaccinated or non-vaccinated. Vaccinated and non-vaccinated, you still should be taking the same precautions, regardless. That don't change. You don't fucking. I'm vaccinated and I'm just run through a field of motherfuckers and I'm gonna be just motherfuckers in the cough party. Yes, I'm good. Cough on me.
I'm not heading to the free. I'm not heading to
the free concert at Grand Central or Central Park.
Yo, let's put it this way.
Hell no.
When they officially
global citizen and shit.
When they officially clear us, I won't engage in normal activities on some regular shit for like 3 months after they do that, like 3-4 months after. You'll catch me running outside and being a big crowd of people 3-4 months after. Because I know once they really say it's over and this is past us, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna go and then some other shit's gonna happen. You will see me outside 4 months after they clear up.
Chapter 2 is gonna happen, right?
All I'm saying is this is the world we live in now. If niggas want to get it, they get it. They don't want to get it. Oh well, that's just
don't bully anybody anymore.
And again, like Ed said, like Ed's been saying for the longest, if you don't want to get it and you die from that shit and you get sick from that shit, you knew that. This was the cause and effect. It
is.
And again, this shit we still don't know. This shit ain't approved by the FDA, so we some fucking lab rats right now. But we decided that we want to do it, and if we have complications and shit happen to us, and we know that this shit ain't been approved, that's on us because I said, look, I'm gonna take that chance. We're taking the chance. You gotta live with whatever happened, and it is what the fuck it is. Like that's it. Anything else in NFL? What else we got?
I got some injury stuff. I got a couple things from training camp. Kenny Galladay is expected to miss a couple of weeks. They said he dodged major injury, but
Hard Knocks started today.
Hard Knocks starts on HBO fucking Max.
I got Max, so I'll tune in.
I'll totally pay for it.
Michael Thomas got hurt now.
Now I think he was already hurt. Thomas was already hurt coming into training camp.
Okay.
The Giants said they don't expect to bring Saquon back till week 3. They don't plan on rushing him back. They don't plan on rushing him back. But in the clips I've seen, he looks good. But they're gonna take proper precautions with him. In other news, the Cowgirls say they expect Dak back in week 1. So we'll see. But that's the expectation of Dak. And then also
Dakota.
In the Panthers training camp, they released a defensive back because in training camp he was headhunting and head-to-head knocked one of the players out.
Hold on.
He got released right after.
Who was he? A rookie?
I don't. I wrote it down in notes. I wrote his name down in the notes.
Now the other thing, John, that you missed, Giants had, I think, 3 or 4 players within a span of a few days announced retirement.
Yeah.
Offensive linemen.
Who?
Hold on.
Anybody
the one that we just signed from the Cowboys. The one
what's his name? Something Fuller, right?
Something. I think Foley or some shit like that. Joe Foley or something. I might be That's his name.
And the rumor is Joe Judge is not playing, bro. Like
yeah, that's why these players
he's
retired.
riding people like yo.
Since we're on the Giants, there was a big fight
Yeah.
at Giants training camp where there was no cameras that caught it somehow.
Yeah,
And who was at the bottom of that pile, guys? Did you guys hear about that?
yeah,
Daniel
Daniel
Jones.
Jones.
That's not good.
Yo,
Also, it's been a fight at the Lions camp too. They do coach and shit. He loving it though.
Oh yeah, he loves that shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dan Campbell
he-
is a
yeah.
fucking maniac. This is the
Yeah,
guy that
he-
in a press conference was like, "If you knock us down, we'll bite your ankle, and then we'll
Right,
chew off your
yeah.
kneecap, and then we'll
He loving
bite
it.
your dick off." That boy
Yeah,
He
is
loving it.
wild.
Panthers cut defensive back JT eBay. His last name is spelled IBE, so I'm pronouncing it. Hopefully, I pronounced it
eBay.
correctly. eBay.
Yeah.
After a collision, injured teammate Keith Kirkwood at practice. So basically, Sam Darnold threw Keith a pass, and JT made contact with his head and neck area, and he got carted off the field. And that's what caused them
He
to cut
okay?
him. I think after.
Player. I don't
but-
give a fuck about the corner.
Yeah.
And also another neck injury to Jets offensive tackle Cameron Clark suffered a severe neck injury that again carted off the field. Very scary moment for them. But turns out he's going to make a full recovery. He should be okay. But it was scary. It was talks about him not getting up like ever again.
Yeah.
But he's going to recover.
That's good, man.
the Giants will be retiring Michael Strahan's jersey. I saw that.
This year,
Yeah,
That's dope.
shout out Michael Strahan, man. He is going to be.
Crazy
He's a
thing,
legend.
though, I was looking at Michael Strahan at the Hall of Fame game, and he got his tooth fixed and shit. So like he ain't got the big gap like me. But he got a crazy lisp. Honestly I thought the gap was giving him his lisp, but I don't know if his tongue too big, but that lisp is still there even with the fixed teeth.
Yeah.
I mean this don't have nothing to do with nothing, but because you brought him up, I just remember when people be having them strong lisp, I be staring at their mouth and shit. It's hard to not look away. But also in NFL, Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, who should be starting? Jameis, I'm popping you in right here.
Well, taste of him busting his ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right
Is this your king?
here.
Yeah. I he said he got LASIK eye surgery. I don't believe him. After that fall, I don't believe him.
Well, he says you have to be Bruce Wayne. You can't always be Batman. Sometimes you gotta be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, you
And
gotta
that's
give
not
it to
Bruce Wayne.
Jameis. You gotta give it to
Jameis the
Jameis.
shit. I love Jameis. I love him talk.
With the exception of getting in an Uber ride, Jameis is a really nice guy. He's funny. He eats W's.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
But again, just don't get in an Uber, Jameis. Never.
Yeah.
Don't just stop. Just get somebody to drive you. Somebody that you know. Somebody that won't mind if you rub your hand on her leg.
Or steal. Did James get caught? When he stealing not too long ago? Did he get in
No,
trouble?
he was groping.
No, I ain't talking about that. But didn't he take something from like Walmart or some shit? At one point in his career, he got in like early.
I
Damn
think
it,
he was in college when he got caught shoplifting.
Okay, right,
He was in
college, yeah.
But as far as like who should start, I mean, when Drew Brees went down, Taysom took the starting role early. He started what, 4
He was in the
games?
system more. He was on the team longer.
Correct. I don't know, man. It's the
But
I don't know.
they're saying that Jameis is getting most of the first team reps right now,
Mhm.
but not too much more than Taysom.
They both.
All right.
need to
Well,
play.
I mean, we'll see. I think, they'll have Taysom in there as a decoy. Even when Drew Brees was there, Taysom was in on almost every other
What
play.
I'm saying, so you start Jameis because you're gonna play Taysom regardless.
Right.
Yeah. Other quarterback controversy coming out. The Denver Broncos are going to start Drew Lock over Teddy Bridgewater, is what I'm hearing. Drew Lock will get the start over Teddy for now.
I can see that. Though,
Yeah.
because I think I said this the other day, one of the past episodes. Teddy is becoming
The bridge quarterback, Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Right,
Teddy
like,
Bridgewater is the
right,
bridge.
he is. Like he's a solid QB that can win you games. He ain't gonna take you over the top, but he can win you games. And Drew Lock is there, who's supposed to be that franchise quarterback, and they still want to build him to become that franchise quarterback. So I see that. I kind of figured that would be the case. Teddy's there to challenge him in case he's fucking up and make him a better player, but Teddy's not there to take his job.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Xavier Howard got paid. There was talk. Obviously, Miami Dolphin cornerback. I guess who it was. One of the best lockdown cornerbacks that we have in the NFL. There aren't that many these days. There was going to be a big contract holdout, but he ended up staying. So good for him. He got his money.
Anything else in the NFL or sports?
Hard Knocks started today, and
Hard
One Jets Drive started today on YouTube. So you can watch that, Jeff. It's awesome. So good.
And there's also talks that Jaguars might be giving up their DB. What's his name? They might be interested in moving him. Best DB on the team at the moment. Jaguars.
While John get that, anything else?
CJ Henderson. Defensive back CJ Henderson supposedly up for grabs. So
yeah, there was a certain point where the Jaguars had Jalen Ramsey and AJ Bouye, and they were like the two best. That was like Revis Cromartie. They were fucking nice. And they fucked it up.
But,
well, no, I mean, hey, listen, Miles Jack wasn't down. I mean, that's another fucking. I mean, they ended up losing to the Eagles in that Super Bowl, but Jaguars Blake Bortles could have been a fucking Super Bowl champion.
Blake Bortles.
That don't even sound right. Next.
Blake Bortles.
I'm just saying.
I'm surprised John didn't bring
Miles Jack wasn't down, son.
Moving from the NFL, Pac-Man won't be fighting Earl Spence.
I was gonna write that.
He's not fighting?
No, they're not fighting.
Pac-Man gotta fight someone else now because
he's
Earl
fighting
Spence has a poor retina.
Yeah. He's still fighting for a welterweight belt, but it won't be against Earl Spence. It's against some guy.
And unfortunately, that's not a good issue for a boxer to have too. So.
Yeah, but he's ranked 6. He is a welterweight champion. But he won't be fighting Earl Spence. He's out with the retina tear. So, yeah.
Where's that fight gonna? Oh, is that fight on? Oh, that's so funny. That fight's on Rough and Rowdy. That's on Barstool's platform. That's super funny.
Yeah, the 21st.
And also, we're 2 weeks away from the Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul. What's his name?
I haven't even been hearing
Woodley. Tyron
Woodley. Yeah, they're on Woodley. Yeah. That's gonna be at the end of the month. We'll cover it.
That shit. Of course.
Well, it's on Showtime. They don't care. They don't got to market. They're gonna make their pay-per-view money regardless.
True. That's true. Anything else?
Just in NFL or just sports in general?
Period. Yeah.
All right. Well, end of an era. Lionel Messi is no longer with FC Barcelona, a team that he's been with since he was 14 years old. Obviously got very emotional during his, and I think they were arguing over dollars. I think ultimately it was over, and it's euro. So, I mean, I'm sure it's basically the same, but it was about 10 to 15 euro, million, not 10 to 15, like small change, like 10 to 15 million. And it looks like that the Champions League got really involved in it because obviously soccer is very, very long and it's very, very complicated if you don't follow it. Exactly. So he's going to rejoin Neymar with Paris Saint-Germain. So he's got 2 years, and it ended up being 250 in euro. But yeah, nothing but the best for Messi. Wish he would have came to the MLS, but it is what it is.
That's a real big dream for him to go to MLS.
Yeah.
He might sign a $1 billion contract come to MLS.
Hell yeah, he will. Hell yeah.
And
then he could probably buy. If he think about it, if Messi goes to go play for Miami, like let's just say Miami FC, and then he just goes with $1 billion contract, and then he goes, "Hey, I'm buying half this team." They're gonna be
But
like,
that's what I
"Okay."
was about to say. That's the only way he gonna play is he go purchase a team and then play for the team that he purchased.
Yeah, that's what Zlatan tried to do. That's what what's his name, Beckham did, and I mean eventually ended up doing it, him owning Orlando FC. But yeah, man, yeah. Other than that, I thought I had one more. Let me look at my notes, but if you guys have anything else, go for it.
I don't have anything else.
Going through my whole list.
All right, y'all hold it down. Let me pee real quick while y'all go.
Oh, I got OJ Simpson. Dev, I think you're gonna like this. OJ Simpson.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh man, OJ Simpson. So obviously the legend, he was acquitted. Didn't do it. So he says if he did do it, this is how he would do it. He wrote a book about that. But OJ came out and said that he is afraid that every time he goes out to shops or restaurants that he could be sitting next to the killer. That he's afraid to go out, that maybe the killer might strike him. Do you think that he means when he goes into the bathroom?
Yeah, and sees a
wash
mirror.
His hands? Yeah.
Every
it's
time
just
he
crazy,
sees his
man.
reflection and shit.
He's like, "Hey, was it you? Hey, Twitter world, it's me."
Yo,
OJ.
Cam, you took my joke. I was trying to hurry up and piss because I was sure about to say that. Like when he's sitting next to a mirror.
Yeah,
nigga did that shit.
Yeah.
That nigga
Listen, my
definitely
man
did
OJ is innocent.
He be sitting next to a mirror and be like,
that. Right. What you looking at? Why you
"Shit,
looking
we
at?
gotta get out of here, yo.
Get
up.
Keep staring at me. Yo, this go ahead, get a waiter. This guy over here, strange fella right here. They looking like, oh, that person right there.
Every time he see a white truck, he think it's his Bronco.
Oh yeah, see the Bronco and shit.
Mm-hmm.
OJ, yeah, it's funny as hell.
Also, since OJ's still technically in the football topic, I'm just gonna go back. Looks like Deshaun Watson's gonna play. So we're just gonna totally forget about.
Still adding on bitches, but
He gonna play where?
He's still gonna play. He looks like he's gonna play.
He's out there.
Listen,
he's out there practicing, doing his thing. Innocent until proven guilty.
Listen, as long as you're not with fight the power or anything along that line, you can play.
Yeah,
Kill
green
somebody,
light.
could play. Take some shit, you could play. Grab on some boobies, you could play.
Facts.
All that.
Throw your girl on
NFL,
some guns, you could play. Knock your wife out in the elevator, you could play.
Exactly. NFL is so barbaric.
Murder somebody just like OJ and get away with it, and you could be in the Hall of Fame.
You good? All that shit.
Ray Lewis didn't kill anybody.
All of that.
You could fight some dogs. You can serve your time, then you can come back. You could shoot yourself in a club, and then you can come back.
Yeah, that story's mad funny because Paul Pierce was like, not Paul Pierce, Antonio Pierce was like, yo, I called the Giants organization first. Like that's what they told me to do. This is crazy. He ain't even called 911 first. He said,
you said Antonio Pierce. You talking about Plex?
Nah, Antonio was with him in the club.
Yeah, he was there.
Oh, he was with him.
Antonio was like, yo,
that's mad funny.
Stay still, yo. I gotta call our liaison.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Mara. Yeah, Plex shot himself.
Keep your hand on it. I'm
ever
going
see
to
the
call
movie
the
8 Mile?
Giants.
You ever see the movie 8 Mile? Yeah. You know, white boy, Cheddar Bob. Yeah. He did that.
Yo, that shit is crazy.
You would think the first thing you say.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at
the
docket. I'm looking at whatever docket this was. And Antonio Pierce was dead serious. Like I called them first, and he was like, "Yo, they had somebody like 2 minutes away. Come get us and take us to the emergency room." I'm like, "What the?" Like they really know where all the all-star players be at all times.
Right. Yeah, they got somebody. They got a chaperone watching y'all.
Of course. That's definitely a job. They gotta make sure they players not doing no dumb shit and getting in trouble.
Right. They got go watch what they doing tonight. Oh, he just wrote on Twitter or wrote on MySpace at that time.
And Antonio Pierce is like, yo, Plex just shot himself, and Mara's like, yeah, I know. Look over at the bar.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Somebody here.
Right.
Somebody
flagging him. Right.
Follow the man in the leather jacket. Exactly. Follow the black dude that's bald, the leather jacket with the shades on.
Exactly. Get your dumb ass in the car. We're gonna get you to the hospital. But anything else? And open run.
I believe that is everything. You know what's fucking me up? The fact that we recorded last Monday instead of Tuesday.
Right.
So I usually write things down for the week, but I don't know if we covered it already. But there's rumors about the Bills going changing cities. Not gonna happen. Not gonna.
Yeah, I seen that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. That was last week.
Yeah, they
I
gonna
don't know if we
become
covered it.
the Westchester Bills.
No, they were talking about moving them out of the state, which good luck doing that. Good luck. I think 2 cities were Austin and Nashville, but they can't get down like the people in Buffalo. People in Buffalo are. Have you guys ever been to Buffalo?
I never been to Buffalo.
Hey, look, you can
It's
go
winter.
for a day.
It's winter there already right now. Like,
You can go for like a day or two. I went there for 2 days and it was too long. 3 days, it was too long. Too long. Great time.
Yeah.
I had a
Right.
blast, but it was 1 day too long.
Nah, I got no interest, bro.
Yeah, I ain't
It's
in no
fun.
rush to go up there.
So you say, are you trying to take us on a group trip to Buffalo for a weekend? We out to Buffalo.
I'll tell you guys off air about everything. It was fucking hilarious. I mean,
Yeah,
off air,
I'm
I'll
in
tell you.
All
no
right.
rush.
So group
All right,
trip,
we're gonna-
group trip to Buffalo.
Yeah, go ahead, y'all do that. Tell me about it. All right, moving on from the open run, we are going into 5-5 now. We don't do 5-5 often, but we're bringing it back because the Olympics has ended. With everything that happened with the Olympics, started out bad, but we had a lot of great moments in this Olympics. Again, we touched on it. USA basketball, men and women, both taking home gold. A lot of gold medals, most medals for the USA out of any other country. So for this Fab Five, we are doing our Fab Five all-time Olympic moments, ranking from 5 to 1, our favorite Olympic moments. Drew was supposed to be here. He got caught up in work, he says. I think his ass wasn't prepared with his list. Because I always call him out. Drew, are you prepared? I question mark him and DQ because they always come with some dumbass questions when we recording. So did you say Olympics this year or Olympics last year?
We doing 5, 4, 3, 2,
Right.
1, or
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is it all only basketball you talking about? Come in with questions that they should have asked to compile their list. So those two dumbasses not here. So I'm expecting to have a good episode and a good list. 5-5. From 5 to 1, your list. I'll kick us off.
Oh, Dev's going
So,
first. You should
I'll
go
go first.
Dev's trying to get his shit out first. Let's get someone
I
take
try,
his shit.
yeah, I try. I would just kick it off.
That's the shit out.
At number 5 on my 5-5 all-time Olympic moment.
I'm gonna be tight because I feel like it. I know it's coming. Go ahead.
2016 Rio, Neymar penalty kick to get Brazil their first gold medal. That is my number 5. My list might not be like any other like y'all. I try to make it.
No, mine's gonna be all over the place.
I think Ed and Kev might be the most diverse of all of us. My list is straight.
Yeah, I got all basketball and shit. So that's my number 5. Ed, at number 5 all-time Olympic moment.
I didn't write down the year, but I'll just say they made a movie about it. It was great. It was excellent. I think I might be going somewhere, but I'm not going that way.
Okay.
I'm talking about Tanya Harding bashing the shit or finding a way to bash the shit out of this
Tanya.
poor girl's kneecaps. But she had nothing to do with it. It was all her possessive boyfriend, Sebastian.
But she was whooping his
That
ass.
wasn't his name. Yeah, she definitely was. I mean, they were whooping each other's ass.
Yeah.
They were whooping each other's ass. It was a bad look. She was white trash. Okay, let's just call it what it is. Great athlete, one of the only ones to do a double twist or whatever the fuck that thing is called. But hey, it is what it is. I know it's the Winter Olympics, but Olympics are Olympics. That wasn't off the table.
No, all Olympics count. So yes.
And
Tanya
keep that
Harding.
in mind.
Okay, so all right, let's see where Ed goes with this list. Number 5, Ed, Tanya Harding, beating the hell out of that lady legs. What was her name?
I forget her name right now. Hold on.
She was like America's princess at that time. Tanya, like,
Yep.
I'm Tanya Harding, bitch.
Nancy Kerrigan.
Nancy Kerrigan, yep. All right,
Poor
John.
Nancy.
At number 5, all-time Olympic moment.
Number 5, I put the 2012 USA Men's Olympics winning gold, and that was the year Kobe committed to say, "I'm gonna guard the best player on every team. Y'all do what y'all gotta do. I'm just gonna lock their best player up, and that's the role I'm gonna go with." So 2012 is my number 5.
What was that? Beijing or?
No, Beijing was 08. 2012 was London, I think. 2012 was
London
London.
games, yeah.
Okay. Kev, number 5.
My number 5, none of us witnessed, but I just wanted to make sure it was on my list. Like footage grainy as hell, but Jesse Owens dusting in the 1936 Olympics in front of
Shout out Bill
Hitler's
Burr.
regime. Like, yo,
Shout out Bill Burr.
I can't imagine, like, you
Best
know,
bit.
like,
Hell Hydra.
you know,
Yeah.
like,
So
like,
the reason why I'm going to keep saying I said shout out Bill Burr twice is he has an amazing bit. We definitely can't add this clip, but it's his whole bit about how, like, imagine being Hitler in that time, right? Where it's like, you know, all the Germans are like, "We are going to dominate. Let's go, Z Kyle." And he's like, and then you get there, Jesse Owens just fucking beats the whole competition. Imagine being in that limo ride with Hitler. It's like just being like, it was a great day, wasn't it? You know,
Hitler probably shot somebody in the limo and shit.
For sure. Whoever was the first person to open their mouth in front of him definitely got
Somebody
shot.
said, Hitler said.
Yeah, and it was, you know, perfect being in Berlin too.
Yeah, definitely. So good. Kev, it's on my list. It's on my list. So good number 5. Lot higher than what I had. But at number 4 on the all-time Olympic moments, I have Usain Bolt Olympic debut. He came there and he cooked. 2 gold medals, broke 3 world records. He should have had 3 gold medals, but he got DQ'd in the relay because they say he was interfering with, like, he was in, like, the wrong lane or some shit. And he interfered with one of the players, but Jamaica would have won. They cooked, but they got a DQ for Usain Bolt, like, stepping in the wrong lane or some shit. But Usain Bolt's debut in 2008. The boat, it just did it, cooking, just being Usain Bolt. So that's my number 4. Ed, at number 4, what you got?
At number 4, keeping with the Jamaicans. I wanted Drew to be on this pod, but hey, Drew, you ever been?
Cool Runnings.
Drew, you ever been Jamaica?
Yeah,
yeah, when I was like 6. Well, Drew, have you ever seen Snow in Jamaica? Also a movie, also one of the greatest stories of all time, and it was a classic. I mean, it's a Disney Channel original movie.
I mean, Cool Runnings.
The Jamaican bobsled team accomplishing what they were able to accomplish, considering
right where they were coming from.
They're not where they were supposed to be, and they did it.
Exactly.
So yeah, obviously Cool Runnings. Obviously, the rest of my list is just movies.
Okay.
Just so we're clear, if you haven't realized where I'm going.
This nigga is an idiot. All right. Number 4, John.
At number 4, I got Michael Phelps dominates Beijing at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kev, number 4.
So my number 4 was the 92 Barcelona Olympics, like the official introduction of what we now know as the Dream Team. Like I just can't imagine, like, playing for any other country and, like, you see the rosters come out and, like, you just know you're going to be happy to get in the experience and that you might only win a bronze medal. Like,
did y'all ever seen the Dream Team doc?
I think I did.
So.
Some of it.
Yeah, that shit's funny as hell. Again, we know they had they talked about it briefly in the last dance, but you know how competitive they were. Christian Laettner was just a spot filler because he just came off winning in Duke and shit, but he wasn't getting no tick. But how they used to compete in the practices and Jordan becoming Jordan, really like shitting on Bird and Magic, and then them getting on the court, Charles Barkley cooking, Patrick Ewing cooking, like just the team all together. It's really fucking basketball up, and what's Olympic basketball now is due to that team. Like they set the precedent, and that's why we look at each other when it comes basketball. We're like, yo, we got to win because of those guys set the precedent. So definitely good pick, Kev. Number 3, piggybacking off John. 2012, Michael Phelps breaks Olympic record, 19 gold medals. Just cooking, holding it down. Michael Phelps, wow, high, doing why he high. So Michael Phelps at number 3 on my list. Ed, number 3.
It was the 1980. I'm doing Winter Olympics. It's just what it is. 1980, also a great Disney movie. Will always go down as the Miracle on Ice. USA beats Russia during the Cold War, so significant. Right. If you were rooting for America, obviously when you're rooting for communism. But yeah, this was a ragtag team who weren't supposed to win and go out and win gold, beat Russia. Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles?
Is all your picks from based on have Disney movies to them?
Movies. I told you that.
Are they all Disney movies?
No, I, Tonya is definitely not.
Right. I, Tonya.
Yeah, definitely not a Disney. But that concludes my movie run, I guess.
All right, we'll see. All right, John, number 3.
At number 3, I kept it because at the time it happened, it was dope. But obviously, KD passed. My number 3, I put Melo becoming the all-time points leader for Team USA. Obviously got passed.
KD passed it.
Right.
KD passed it in like half of the games, bro. It's just crazy.
Did pass it, but I want to acknowledge my guy Melo, so definitely have to put that on my list.
No, again, you already know how I feel about Melo when it comes to the Olympics. To me, the greatest Olympic player, although KD is now biting that like. But yeah, so I see it. I get it, John. All right, Kev, number 3.
My number 3 is the dunk, but Vince Carter's dunk of death.
I'll tell you what you were
like
doing.
The finals against France. Like jump through the gym over homie's head, and it's just like I wanted to see something disrespectful like that every year, and I don't always get a chance to. Like, we got a few like LeBron dunks. We got to open, like, we got to, like, what do you call it? Fast break, like, pass to Kobe and Kobe get the yam it. Like, we have seen them.
But somebody really getting dunked on?
Yeah. We didn't even get one like that this year, man. It's a little disappointing.
Well, KD tried to get Gobert.
He took off. I've seen that shit.
He tried to. He tried to catch Gobert, but Gobert got his head on the ball. But he tried. But, yeah, the dunk of death. Again, that play, they missed the shot. France thought they was gonna throw it up, but he grabbed it.
He crashed boards.
Yeah, and just took off. So yeah, that shit was fire. It almost made my list. I said it was gonna be on my list, but again, after just looking at a bunch of Olympic clips and just remember a lot of Olympic moments, it didn't make my list. It is one of my honorable mentions. But at number 2 on my list, I have, piggybacking off Kev, I have the emergence of the Dream Team. Again, to me, the greatest era of basketball. To me, again, a lot of those players are in the top 50 all time. Watching the doc, the Dream Team doc, watching Last Dance doc. Still, I was a kid when this was going on, but just seeing how competitive they were, and again, what they set to be USA basketball today, because I don't know. I can't really say what USA basketball was before that. Like, let's see, was that USA's first year in it? Like, to me, it's like that's where USA basketball starts. That's where it starts. Like, this is the beginning of USA basketball, the Dream Team. Like, that's where it starts. So, number 2, Dream Team, all-time Olympic moments. All right, Ed, number 2.
Piggybacking off you, not a movie, but you said it was a documentary. I don't remember watching it, but it was the Dream Team, and not what, like, so obviously you touched on all the points, but what it set going forward.
Right.
hey, we're the US of A.
Exactly.
Basketballs are shit.
Right.
All right. You
Y'all
ain't
not on
never
our
beaten
level.
us.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
this year, we were like, oh, it's gonna be a little competitive. We need
Right.
Caleb playing with Greece,
Bro, listen,
Luca
we
playing
didn't
with
even
hit. Like,
have the best of our best all
bruh,
out there.
that's what
Right.
I'm saying.
Imagine if Steph came too.
That's what I'm saying is that like we have
Bruh.
now have set a precedent
Yo,
that,
Steph
hey,
gotta
guess
come
what?
next time, son.
Like when the US plays an Olympic basketball, you might as well just give us the gold. Even though we were like, this team is a little shaky. Who
Right.
knows? Like guys
The
coming
world's
late.
catching up.
Bro, all I'm saying is the
It's
whole
still
time,
ours.
I'm like, yo, if Steph would have come, oh my God. Like, really just no chance.
Yeah. This
I wish Steph would have played.
Bruh.
again, internationally, there's a lot of great basketball players, but when it comes to basketball, that's still our game. So, and we proved it. Even when we lose, it's still our game. Even when we lose, it can't nobody fuck with us.
Mhm.
That's just what it is. All right,
Japan,
John.
you got lucky, son. Japan got lucky in baseball. We didn't send nobody out there. Y'all got lucky. We sent minor leaguers out there. What you should have done was you should have taken our boy Brandon White, and maybe we would have won gold.
Word.
But
No, maybe 2024.
yeah.
Word, that's like
We're
tomorrow.
gonna be in Paris. We'll be in Paris doing it up.
Yep.
All right, John.
My
two.
number 2 is the Vince Carter dunk.
The dunk of death.
Dunk of death. I think that man died. That after that dunk. I remember.
Yeah, he got
them,
shot.
Taking,
You think?
No,
they took him out.
I think there was-
stretch right after that,
I think there's
and they pronounced him dead at that moment.
I think there was speculation that after that dunk he went through some type of like depression.
No,
and,
yeah,
they isolated
yeah,
himself after the fact.
yeah. I heard something like that before too, which is crazy. Because that's what he's known
Maybe
for.
one day
forever.
he'll make a reappearance. It's been 20-some years.
Bruh. Let's see a coach for France is quiet and you buddy Vince Carter dunked on. Yeah, that's
I wonder if they ever seen each other since. Him and Vince Carter since.
He probably snuffed Vince Carter ass and said.
Yeah, I ain't taking a picture with you. Like,
It's probably on site for Vince, right?
Word. It's on site for Vince. TL Messer. Instantly. On his ass. All right, Kevin, number 2.
All right, so I just got to do this real quick. So I'll focus on which one I mean specifically, but Athens Olympics, 6 gold. Beijing Olympics, 8 gold. London Olympics, 4 gold. Rio Olympics, 5 gold. The one I want to focus on the most is 2008. Phelps went 8 for 8 in gold medals, bro. Now
and then
known
he smoked some trees.
Now is the most decorated Olympian of all time. Your man's has, I wrote it down somewhere else, but I forgot. 23 gold medals.
23?
Yeah, hold on. This might be right here. 23 gold medals, like 2 silver and 3 bronze. And the 3 bronze came from like his first Olympics in 04, bro. It's bad. It's really 2 bronze and 3 silver, and the 2 bronze came in his very first Olympics, bro.
And a pound of Pineapple Express.
Pure domination.
Yeah.
I remember it. The headline said Phelps goes 8 for 8, and it's him kissing the goal. Like, yo, this shit's crazy.
Same pose.
Wow.
Right.
Wow, crazy.
All right, but that's our list. We're gonna get it to number 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 Olympic moments. Kev brought it up at number 5. But for me, I have at number 1 Jesse Owens, 4 goals in Berlin. I just think the situation is crazy. Jesse Owens was a fucking janitor, like, so that's what he did at some fucking high school or elementary school. That's what he was doing in between time while training. Goes to Berlin, height of Hydra, and fucking Hitler doing his thing. And he just goes over there and smoke everybody in every fucking competition that he performs in, taking home.
And let's be real, track and field was white guys loved track and field.
Yeah, that was it.
That was like, yo, that's like the only thing we're good at.
And then again, and I'm looking at it like I'm watching the video because, like Kev said, mad
grainy as
like,
shit, boy.
Black and white, but he's smoking these people, and the other athletes are so amazed.
Mile.
They like every time he wins something, they like run into him. They're so good, like, oh, congratulations, like eating his dick, like, because he was really out there cooking them boys. And again, only black man out there really like putting on.
Yeah, you talk about silencing the crowd. Can you imagine him silencing an arena?
Word.
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure the Negroes working there, they couldn't even celebrate.
They were scared to celebrate. About to say. Nah, like literally not even clapping. Probably they probably sitting there looking at each other like,
yeah, you see that? That boy good. Where he from? That boy good. But yeah, Jesse, man, number one all-time Olympic moment for me, man. R.I.P. Jesse. All right, Ed, number one.
You know, I'd be cheating sometimes. It's not a movie, but I'd be cheating. I couldn't pick one. I couldn't. I tried everything I could. I couldn't pick one. So salute to the GOATs. Michael Phelps, Simone Biles, Usain Bolt, Katie Ledecky, fucking Carmelo. Shout out all the Olympic American GOATs. Shout out, you know what?
Usain ain't American?
Oh, besides Usain. Shout out all the GOATs except Usain, plus Usain. But
shout out to America. That's what you said.
Shout out to America, son. We be taking them golds, son. We always go, always number. There was a moment there where we were gonna have the most golds. There was a moment there where we weren't gonna have the most medals. But you know what? Per capita, we got the best athletes.
And we did it.
We don't even send you our best of the best of the best.
I think it was the women's basketball team, and then who else that like put us over it? Because the women's basketball team, they played
shout
like
out to the women, yo.
They played the day before like the last day.
Yeah.
Shout out that celebration too that they had. My girl Tarani with the
Tarasi, yeah.
Diana. Nah, they cooked.
And shout out Diana with that.
Yeah, with the
ball
disrespectful, yo, like bad disrespectful, like yo, you a little homie, you a little homie and shit. Like, who is this? Get your man, yo, get your man. Like, so yeah, and number one, Team USA.
That's right, USA baby.
USA
and Usain plus Usain, USA plus Usain. Yeah, plus Usain. But you know what, man? He's been in movies. He's been in commercials in America. He American.
He's American now. He's
American, dog. Yeah, we claim him, dog. Why was he running? Why you think he runs so fast?
Racial. We doing the Dave Chappelle race draft.
Why you think he ran so fast? Yeah.
Bringing him over to America.
American delegation request Usain Bolt. Yeah. Jamaican delegation. Y'all can have OJ. Now wait just a goddamn minute.
Y'all can have OJ and Snoop. Get what you saying.
No. We need Snoop. No. We need Snoop. No.
We can't
get out of here. They can have Snoop and they can have Colin Hanks. Chet Hanks. They can have Chet Hanks.
No, they can have that other swimmer.
Rude boy.
That fucking other swimmer.
Ryan Lochte. Cheer, boy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Have him. Yeah, they can have
Lochte.
Yeah. Lochte, what, kidnapped himself in Rio?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right,
cheer.
Exactly. So right.
Cheer.
They get Lochte. Get what you say. But John, number one, all-time Olympic moment.
At number one, I'm going with the 2008 USA men's team, the Redeem team.
The Redeem team. Yeah, that was that year.
Almost made my list. Almost honorable mention. But yeah, it's a great time for the for Team USA. Bringing the goal back to the States. All right, Kev, at number one.
Though this person does have medals in the Olympics, I chose to focus on the GOAT himself. If you even dreamed of beating me, you better wake up and apologize.
Oh, okay.
My boy, Muhammad Ali, lighting the Olympic torch in 96. In 96 Atlanta, ATL, Georgia, what we do for you. Peace up, 8-Town Down. He lit the torch. Even though, he had the shakes. Unfortunately, he's still. You can see
guy.
even when you look in the footage, like when he had it up in the air, like I feel like the crowd was like stuck, like just to see him, and they wasn't sure if like, yo, he could hold it up or whatever.
Right.
But it's definitely an honorable moment, man. So I just wanted to give you your
And
flowers.
again, this small list is a lot of great Olympic moments. I remember Roy Jones being cheated, cooking in Olympics.
Yeah, we talked about that on top 5 worst calls.
Yeah, well, that came up in one of our 5-5s before.
Yo, and I think Muhammad Ali went for like 4 for 4 in his first Olympics, like just whoop everybody ass in one goal, like in all of his fights.
Again, we brought up a name, Katie Ledecky, back in 16, breaking world records and shit, and cooking steel. Yeah, man, a lot of great Olympic moments, but it's specifically USA, Team USA over here. But that's our 5-5. Moving on, Marquee Miss. This is where we pick our games and sporting events for the week. That should be on the lookout. That might fall under the radar. John, kick us off with Marquee Miss.
My Marquee Miss for this week is NFL preseason game
Yeah, John.
Yeah, Giants. Go.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
John. Yeah,
All right, Kev, Marquee Miss.
Marquee Miss, I got the Snoopy Bowl too, man.
Let's go.
All right.
Eddie, 7:30 on the
Marquee
14th, everybody.
I don't even know why you fucking asked this
Saturday,
question.
no,
No shit, it's the Snoopy Bowl. I don't care that no one's gonna play. I'm scouting. I'm seeing what we have. I'm trying to see what we have going for us for depth. You know, I want to see some of these guys perform. Some of these young, especially young corners that the Jets brought in, young secondary that we brought in.
Itself was created.
Yeah,
That's
Victor
right.
Cruz
That's
was
right.
founded in this
It's
game.
bullshit. It's so much bullshit that this is week 1. It should be, you know, the week that you know, most of the starters are going to be playing. You know, I know like the extra game is cool, but at the same time, like it kind of like removes like the power of the Snoopy Bowl. The Snoopy Bowl was always fire. I don't think we're going to get like that Victor Cruz moment. I wish we would. But again, it's a good chance to see.
Unless we get somebody that's slap on, see somebody slap on.
I'm gonna tell you one
Yeah,
thing.
but the reason why Victor Cruz's move was so good is because it was against Cromartie.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if like a Jets player or a Giants player cooks another third stringer, who gives a fuck? Yeah, like it's just like, oh, cool, that was a nice play.
Right. I feel
No, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna see some real competitive ball coming from these rookies. With like expect a lot of at least 2 top 10 highlights on ESPN. Like some of these rookies or whatever that's trying to make the team undrafted, they're going to ball out. They only got 3 games to do so. So it's gonna be it should be good.
It should be fun. It should be fun to watch for sure.
Ain't much going on. It should be fairly easy to make the top 10 this week, but I want to see what Zach do. And
you're only going to see like maybe 4 throws, maybe.
Since y'all said it,
he is a rookie. He might get like 2. He might get 2.
Yeah, but
drives.
he's the starter. They're not gonna risk him getting blown up. Listen, like it is no matter what you want to say. Like a lot of players do, like respect the game and like listen.
Well,
if the New York 27th. If you're
a lot of that,
like Kevin said, if you're an undrafted defensive end trying to make the team, right?
Week
3, and Zach Wilson is still playing there with some 2s, like on the offensive line, and you're a third option defensive end, and you're trying to make the team, and you lay a lick on Zach Wilson,
right?
That's gonna make. So if I'm Robert Saleh, I'm not putting.
Listen, week 3. On August 27th, you're gonna see a lot of Zach.
I hope so.
Well, some teams, I just as we was talking on ESPN bottom line, it says Aaron Rodgers, the bad man, will not play in the preseason. So
a lot of teams aren't even gonna do it.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers.
Honestly,
I'm saying it is, but I'm saying
with the shortened preseason, I'm not like any veteran that I have. Like if I have Aaron Donald on my team, he's not playing. Patrick Mahomes, you're not playing. The Tyreek Hill, you're not playing. Rob Gronkowski, you're not playing. You know, fucking Tom Brady, you're not playing. None of y'all are playing. If y'all want to get some repetitions, y'all can do that shit in practice.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't doing that against real teams. You're professionals. You're adults. You can figure it out. Now the
Yeah, but
rookies is
I'm only gonna watch the first half of this game because preseason should be boring. But my marquee miss is a summer league game Saturday. My guy Jello versus the Hornets, Charlotte Hornets versus the Toronto Raptors Saturday summer league. And that's marquee miss. We're gonna get into our last segment. When you hear this, this is our bold predictions for the week. By the time our next episode happens, this is the prediction that should have come to pass. In regards to last week, John.
We were all wrong.
John got his. The NBA, he talked about a big move. Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan both took place within that window. Who else? Team USA beat Spain by 30. That was Kev. They beat Spain, but they didn't beat it by 30. Nick Foles to the coast. That ain't happened. That was wrong. Walk-off grand slam in the same game. That didn't happen. John is the only one. John is the only one with his broad ass. When you hear this.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's easy to do.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm about to make a
bold
prediction that's gonna be very difficult.
Okay,
so only time will tell. But
I'm going first. When you hear this, Zach Wilson passed for a touchdown. That is my bold prediction in preseason. All right, there we go. I'll throw it out there first. John, go ahead.
Trust me, what I'm about to pick is definitely no one. I don't think none of you is picking, but Jets Giants preseason game will create a future star for one of the New York teams. That's my bold prediction. After that one game,
that's such broad. Yo,
that's so broad.
No, it's not.
Like if you narrow it to a position,
right? Something like
that's not broad. Because
John, in the same game, I have one specific player who I think will highlight.
No, but you're talking about for the game. I'm saying we're gonna see someone.
There's so many players on the fucking team.
72 currently.
What if they all play silly? Then my prediction is wrong.
But John, that's so broad, kid.
It's not, but
that's
it really is not. But all right, I'm gonna switch up my prediction.
That's like me saying one of these rookies gonna be rookie of the year.
No, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. But I'm
this year we're gonna have an offensive rookie of the year.
I am going to switch it up. How about this? We hear this. The Giants will win that game 31-14.
Okay, right. There we go, John. I like that.
Awful and almost too specific. You set yourself up for failure there.
Bro, yeah. Complaining about the other one. One, right?
He got called out for cheat code.
Yeah, he goes either too broad or too fucking specific.
It's either it's gonna happen or it's not.
John,
you could have just said the Giants are gonna win the preseason game.
Giants win by 20 or something. Giants win by 2 touchdowns. Johnny oh, my next prediction, somebody wearing a number with an 8 is gonna play on the Giants. All right, Ed, when you hear this.
It's tough to pick this. I've been going back and forth pretty much all day. Because I don't know who's going to play, how many people are going to, how long they're going to be playing. But I narrowed it down to this because I'm doing 2. Michael Carter II, running back for the New York Jets, drafted out of North Carolina, will rush for 1 touchdown. And Lawrence Cager, who had some nice shining moments last season and the terrible season that it was, will have 2. He's a wide receiver. We'll have 2 receiving touchdowns. So Michael Carter, 1 rushing touchdown. Or you know what? Michael Carter, any touchdown. Rushing or receiving. I can't. Michael Carter will have a touchdown and Lawrence Cager will have 2 touchdowns.
So more of the story is how I'm going to be right or Ed's going to be right or we're just both going to be wrong.
Y'all definitely both going to be wrong. But, all right, Kev, when you hear this.
When you hear this, the New York Yankees will win their next 4 straight games. That does include a sweep of the White Sox.
Why are you capping, though? You know that ain't going to happen.
Well, because if he doesn't wear a cap, then everybody will see.
You can see that he a bald head lie. All right, but And that is our episode.
That's a Black Caillou.
He's a what?
Black
The
Caillou.
Black Caillou.
So you little Bill?
Yeah, Little Bill. Yeah. Well,
Shout
you
out-
cannot say that.
That's-
Lauren Bill.
That was a horrible Bill Cosby accent, bro.
Well, I also didn't really want to shout out Bill Cosby.
Man,
Even though
shout
he's
out
out.
to Bill Cosby. Shout out to Uncle
Yeah, he's
Bill,
free.
man. Shout
Hey,
out
he's
to Uncle
free.
Bill. He been acquitted. Shout out to they showing the Cosby back on TV. He good. But that is our episode 17, OSA Out of Shape All-Star Season 2, episode 67. Who is this ginger on the Yankees? He's scary looking, Chucky looking ass. Who is that?
What are you talking about, Frazier?
He's no. He's a rook.
What are you
He's
talking about?
terrifying looking.
Yeah, it's a picture.
He looked like, he's horrible looking.
Yeah, he just-
You know how
He don't have eyebrows.
blonde eyebrows? Yeah, yo, his eyelashes are blonde. And his
Talking
hair
about
is red.
Caillou.
Yo, that boy is hideous looking.
What's his name?
I don't know. I
Oh.
can't see his name. I just see him talking after the game. That boy.
Is it on? Yes.
looking. Yeah, oh yes.
Yeah, he's off the TV now.
Where's
They showing
off
the
now?
Oh,
highlight.
damn. I just turned it on.
That kid's scary looking. But yeah, this is our episode, man. Sorry about that. He just caught me off guard. I was looking at y'all, then I just happened to look. I'm gonna be dreaming about this bastard tonight. All right, thank you for listening, man. Thank you for watching. Make sure you share. Hopefully we have our crew back next week. DQ, feel better, bro. Hopefully we get you next week. Drew, whatever. Thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you share. Make sure you rate on audio. Listen on audio. We everywhere. Apple Music, not Tidal. We out on Spotify, Amazon, Google, all that good
Google,
stuff.
Apple,
All
Stitcher.
all the
Are we on
ones,
Stitcher? We're on Stitcher.
all the ones that allows for podcasts. Tidal is a little behind on balls when it comes to podcast. So, but once they start allowing that, we will be there too. Got Johnny here, got Ed here, Kev is here, and I'm here. We'll catch you guys next week. But like always,
We out.
Love, you claim me the illest. You don't believe in yourself to forget it. You gotta put yourself up in position. Ice skating on thin ice, and my ice skates been in the kitchen. How can you tell me to pick a religion? I'm 24 and I'm broke as a bitch, but I'm a millionaire rich in the spirit. Yeah, hoping you get my plight. 24 hours in a day. Goofy ass niggas might die by night. Staying